did just tweak things a little bit just before I came on, because Cleepaw had mentioned previously that the whole stream was kind of a little quieter than some of the other streams. So I tweaked things a little bit, and then when I just started just then, I noticed that when I was about to start, I noticed that the mic was not actually working in OBS at all. So I had to kind of like reinstall it type of thing into OBS, and that could have been what's kind of caused issues there. Is it better now in terms of volume? Cat attack? It certainly could have been. But yeah, there were cats in here unsupervised for a little while just then. Oh, and I've got a new keyboard too, so I'm kind of trying to get used to that a little better. Let me go a little bit higher then. Hopefully that's alright now. Does that seem better? I'd imagine the music's slightly higher, is it? Because I did, just basically what I've done is just turn the whole desktop volume up slightly. Is the music too loud? But yeah, hopefully it kind of works out. Music is good. Okay, it sounds really loud in my headphones, which is what's happened previously. So I've turned it like right down, and then no one can hear it apparently. So, but you were saying there was static before, was there? Maybe it was just turned up too high. But if it's alright now, that's the most important thing, I suppose. Hopefully I haven't blown anyone's eardrums out with anything. But the good news is I've had cities running now for a little while. I had a bit of an issue just as I had already pushed play, and then there was a cat incident, and then basically the cat tried to turn the computer off as I was, we're about to go live, and I got everything back. It must have been when you put the mic down. Yeah. Well, as long as it's working now, that's the important thing. Of course it did, yeah, right. Just as I was about to start, just as I was getting going, I'd kind of already set the stream going, and then cat walks on the button. So it's not ideal. Anyway, the good news is yeah, I've had cities running now for a little while. It seems to have carried the volume through on that scene as well, which is good. Hopefully not deafening anyone. And yeah, it's been running for a little while. I know poor old Shane's been having problems with his save files. Doesn't look like he's in yet, but yeah, this one seems to be going alright. I'll tell you what, with this new graphics card, it's very smooth, except for bits like that where it's super laggy. It's always laggy here. I don't know why, but yeah, it always seems to be laggy here. Cats are demons returned to Earth to spread misery and mischief. That's true. It's very true. I still feel like the music is quite loud. Let me just turn this up slightly. Quite a bit, like to there. And then just turn... actually, I'll tell you what I could probably do is... If I turn it down for me... So let's go to like there. You probably can barely hear it now, but I'll just turn it up here slightly. Can you still hear the music? And I can still hear the game sounds. It's just a bit more manageable for me that way. Yeah, that definitely feels better, or sounds better for me. Hopefully it's better for you guys as well. Let me know though. Do you need to turn the volume up on your device now? Or is it still pretty good? But yeah, I'm very excited to be back here. I did do some testing last night, and it runs pretty well. Can still hear music, but not Cities music. I have that should actually theoretically be turned off, the Cities music. But you can hear game sounds, right? If I zoom in here, there's more sounds. I can certainly hear them. That's a bit high there, isn't it? Oh, I see. Yeah. Maybe we need to lift this up slightly. Yeah, is it too loud? Yeah, theoretically the Cities music should be off, because otherwise they kind of fight with each other a little bit. I mean, the Cities music is quite nice. We could have the Cities music. I know there's one station that we can't use because it's copyrighted. I don't know if that's still the case or not, but yeah. They do make good music. That's for sure. But yeah, but here we are, back in Cooper County. And yeah, things are smoother. So I like that. Let me just check. When I was playing that vanilla city, I turned on disasters. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that off for this city. We'll keep the dynamic weather on, and we'll keep the day-night cycle on. Unless I probably turn that off with. Yeah, I have. Let's just put that to normal. Game speed normal. Yeah. So we'll get a bit of day-night cycle. And yeah, my plan. Well, that's a bit of stuff going on there, wasn't there? My plan for today was to kind of continue where we had left off with the last stream we did where we did cities, which was basically trying to do a bit of urban sprawl, and we'll probably be starting off over here, which is, again, we kind of started doing this and then everything went pear-shaped. So yeah, we'll do a little bit more out here, and then down the track I was thinking this area we might make like a government area. I want it to be relatively high density, and the main reason for that is because I want to be able to fit where are we? Probably the best, in my opinion anyway, the best metro station asset in the whole game. This one here, the sunken, or the metro plaza that's like sunken. So yeah, I want to try and fit that in here, and obviously it needs to be able to make sense as to why you'd have such a high capacity, interchange in this area. So I always thought that this should be high density. We've got the ship route that comes right in here as well. So depending on what we do, we might have another port, because I don't know that we want the cargo to have to come all the way in. A cargo port might be over here somewhere. Might make sense because we, in another previous episode, we had built out our little road network here. Hey Scotty, how you going? You having a good one? We're back with City Skylines. It's very exciting. The new GPU was installed pretty much without a hitch, although it was still stressful for me. Just had a couple of derps by myself, and yeah, but overall it was a relatively smooth process, I suppose. But yeah, good to be back with some cities. But yeah, I had in a couple of streams ago put this road in with the thoughts to kind of build something over here. So I think we'll maybe have the port kind of town over here. FPS looks good. Yeah, it's like twice what it was before with the old card. So like even in these dense areas, low 30s, high 20s. Yeah, it's much better. Still get this lag over in this region a lot. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, certainly very, very smooth, very smooth. And I did adjust some of the settings. I had the what's this one called, dynamic resolution. I had that quite high and I didn't realize, and that's probably caused a few issues as well, to be honest. So I've put it back down to 200%. So I think that manages things a lot better. So that mod does keep things looking really sharp, but it also causes a lot of issues lag-wise if you have it up too high. And my 2 sheep are working. My 2 sheep. I'm confused. It doesn't take that much, but that's confused me. I'm sure when you tell me, I will be like, oh, right, 2 sheep. Oh, rams, of course, exactly what I thought. Yes, they are both working. Because, yeah, I was saying, I can't believe I didn't get that. That was, yeah, I'm easily confused, as I said. Thingy lambs, yeah. Yeah, they certainly are, which is amazing. So 64 gigabytes now. Yeah, I was saying as I was installing things last night, I was worried because the stream before, luckily we were just playing Sims. I only had like 16 gigabytes of RAM, which for me is like, that's ridiculous. I haven't had 16 gigabytes of RAM for years now. Because one of them just wasn't firing for some reason. And then when I put the new GPU in and I put the new RAM in, sorry, the new sheep in, one of them wasn't firing. And I was like, oh no, here we go. This is a motherboard issue. Which was what I was kind of concerned about too. But yeah, a little bit of fiddling. I just basically literally just swapped them around. So I, seated the one in one side and the other one in the other, fired it up, and it worked. So I don't know what was causing that. That was very strange. But I hope it doesn't happen again. I hope we're all good now. So yeah, we got the full 64 gigabytes of RAM, and we've got silky smooth stuff going on here. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. Welcome to the 90s, yeah, right. Although Scotty, I think you've only just updated your RAM to 32 recently, haven't you? And that was the other thing actually I tested Timberborn as well, and for some reason I had the settings up stupidly high on Timberborn, really like way too high. So I think that's probably what caused issues with that game. I probably still could have played that while we were on hiatus from cities if I'd realized that previously, but that's fine. We're back with everything now, so all good now. So yeah, I think we'll continue our urban sprawl out this way. Don't tell Clee. Yeah, I'm not sure if she should be here. I don't know. She might just be lurking, but yeah, she wouldn't be happy that we've missed out on beavers when we could have had beavers. So yeah, hopefully if she is lurking, she didn't hear that. Yeah, we'll keep plugging away here, trying to get what's our demand like? Pretty good for residential. So yeah, Shane on the Discord was saying that he's been having issues with save files and some silent crashes and stuff like that. I think Shane does use a few more mods than what I do. By a few, I think like twice the amount. Because I've got, what have I got? Like 30 odd, I think. Probably something like 30. So I think he uses quite a lot more. So hopefully if it is a mod issue, hopefully I don't have that mod that is causing that. I think he might even be right now trying to test what's working and what's not at his end. Because yeah, the last thing we need now is for mods to start crashing the game when we've just got it back again. But we'll power forward. But yeah, I thought Tilly, I'd leave the day-night cycle on because you were saying you didn't know it could look so nice before, and we do have a few bits and pieces that we can add now since they added that new chest thing, one of which Shane had in his screenshot. Oh, apparently oh, that's right, I did plop that over over the other area, didn't I? So we've got, but these things are cool. So we've got the creators library, the plaza of transference, and the plaza of the future. I thought we plopped that down too, maybe not, but yeah, this one we put over here, the kind of cartoony looking one, absolutely stunning. Yeah, it can be. Oh, bit of jankiness there, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep that there or not, but that's the big countdown to, what is it, October 24th, I think, isn't it? So that's what's driving us all at the moment. And I did see the dev diary that came out today about the AI, which is very exciting as well. So at least over here it's kind of out of the way and not, you know, too cartoonifying some of the other areas. So maybe over there is the best spot for it. But yeah, the library probably makes sense in like a university or something like that over here, maybe. We did get it to level 4 at one point, and then our student capacity is the problem. We just can't seem to push those students back up to 1200 again, so we'll keep pushing that. You didn't realize you can get so close until you were looking on Discord. That is a mod that allows you to zoom right in like that. In the vanilla game you can't get this close. However, it looks like in City Skylines 2 you can, and it looks like they're going to have a cinematic camera built in the vanilla base game. So yeah, in the vanilla game you can't quite get this close. I think it's somewhere like up to about here that you can get in the vanilla game, if I remember rightly. But yeah, certainly there are a few certain select mods that you can, like, you know, you don't have to go too far overboard to actually make it really, really nice for the most part. So, which I think is what Scotty's slowly finding out as well, because he's been dabbling in the mods a little bit recently. So yeah, is there a 3x3? I've got to remember what's in. Can you follow one particular card of the day? Yeah, you can. Creeper Stalky You is asking for a friend. You can do that. Let's find. I might just pause so I can click on them. Let's grab this mail truck now. I thought I had the first person mod, which is maybe I uninstalled the first person. There should be like a little icon here that I click on, but you can do it like this though. You don't necessarily need the first person mod. Hang on. Close that. Oh, that's weird. But yeah, I used to have the first person mod, and apparently it's gone. You can do this with cars, and you can do it with even people as well. So yeah, there's quite a few ways that you can go into Creeper Stalky mode for a friend, of course. Yeah, which also kind of gives you sometimes some pretty like unique angles and views and stuff like that, and makes you wonder how there isn't car crashes. It's actually quite fast, isn't it? Probably a little bit too fast. You let them know, yeah. Oh, that bridge is way too low. I need to go back and fix that. But yeah, I've got it. So the different camera mods give you different. Yeah, it's hectic, right? I wouldn't want to drive in this city. I don't think. I have it so that it clips through. That pillar's too close as well. Clips through certain things and doesn't clip through others. It doesn't clip through networks, so it won't clip through the bridge. But it'll clip through buildings. Oh, it's not ideal that it doesn't clip through the bridges sometimes. But yeah, it's fun. I don't know what's happened to that first person camera mod. I might have accidentally uninstalled it. But yeah, you can see how it's clipping through the buildings, but before it wasn't clipping through the bridges. So Post van is doing its rounds. No accidents in City Skylines 1. Although it has been confirmed that there will be accidents in City Skylines 2. So that will be another thing that we have to manage, which is quite cool. Where was that bridge that was too low? Is it back here? Is that it? I think that was it. Bear with me as well, I'm still getting used to this keyboard. It's a new keyboard that I bought with the other stuff, so yeah, might be a little bit janky for a bit. So yeah, it's woohoo, yeah, it's good. Oops. Because it adds just another kind of dynamic to what you have to deal with, you know, so you got to deal with how that affects the traffic and all of that, and the way they're kind of seeming like the way they're making it work is based around the road and how well you keep the road upkeep is. So like, you know, if you don't have your service vehicles going out and checking the roads, there's more likely to be an accident. All of them felt a little low. Yeah, the problem is that the game makes them super high, so you do have to lower them a little bit. This is probably a little too low. There's a couple of vehicles that are good tests for it. The double-decker buses are good. And there's also the donut vans that come through every now and then that are quite good too. I don't know that there's any double-decker buses. Whoa, it's so fast. There's trucks going so fast. Yeah, we don't seem to be getting any of the vehicles that we want right now. Because what you have to do as well is you have to kind of balance it with your ramps. So like if I was to make that way too high, this ramp would be way too steep. So it's kind of a really delicate balancing act. Usually, so this is a good example of what I will usually kind of measure things up with. If it's got one of these signs that spawns in, you can usually get away with measuring it up to that pretty well. So you can see when we're right down here, that sign is, it's just slightly lower than the sign. So I think we're probably okay. Do you set speed limits? Yeah, well, again, not in the vanilla game, but with mods you can. So we can go into this mod and look at the speed limits here. So I mean, this is a freeway, so 100 is probably reasonable. The problem is that the AI doesn't know to slow down around a corner, for example. So they'll be going at 100 regardless of what is happening with the road. So that's kind of why it looks a bit weird when they're kind of hooning around a corner. I mean, all of this in here, 80 is probably too much. So, you know, this could probably quite easily be 70 right throughout here. And that's 100 because it's a highway segment. So, yeah. But yeah, the AI is apparently going to be better. I don't know what exactly they're going to be like. They did talk about the AI in today's dev diary for City Skylines 2. So we'll see how different it's going to be. Hey Blap, sorry, I probably deafened you. That's probably why you had to step away. I'm sorry about that. Cool. Yeah, that seems a bit more reasonable, but yeah, the problem is making this kind of 80 or something wouldn't kind of make sense because it is a freeway. It's just that the AI doesn't know to actually slow down around corners and such. So losing it around a corner, yeah, I mean, you look at some of them, like they're kind of like on two wheels, right? I don't know if we can see, we'll be able to catch one, but yeah, like some of these trucks coming around the corner here, they're like, you know, almost rolling over. Like this guy here, look at that, going nuts. But yeah, they can't actually crash in this game, but in Cities Skylines 2 they'll be able to. This is quite a cool view here actually, with this kind of like three layered section here. All of these like ramps going all over the place. That and things. Okay. Well, I'm sorry again. That was not ideal. Games for you. Hi, how are you? It's going well, thank you. We've just been able to come back to cities after a little bit of a break. GPU upgrade required, so we're happy to be back in City Skylines. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. If there's no accidents, then wouldn't you just max speed everywhere? Yeah, you could. You certainly could. It just wouldn't be all that realistic, I guess, for like folks down like this road, for example. Like seeing people doing like 100 kilometers an hour down here. So kind of a balance between realism and what the game mechanics will allow you to do. Glad I got the mic sorted. Yeah, glad after I deafened everyone. You're doing good. What do I think of the City Skylines 2 dev notes yesterday? Yeah, really, really interesting stuff. Looks like if they are doing what they say they're doing, which, you know, from all the screenshots and stuff, there's no reason to believe they wouldn't be. They're kind of hitting home runs at the moment, which is pretty cool. So I mean, I ordered it. I pre-ordered it as soon as they announced it. So probably a little bit biased, but because I love this game, and you know, from what I've seen and what, you know, both of the dev diaries we've had so far, it looks like they've really put a lot of thought into what the community, the feedback provided from the community about this game, and they've tried to put as much as that as they can into 2. So I'm really excited about it. It looks really good. And the other exciting thing for me is that they are still, you know, a few months away from release. So a lot of the stuff they're showing us right now is not necessarily final product. So, you know, things can only improve from what we're actually seeing at this point in time. You asked Colossal Order if they're going to include military units and military bases. You haven't heard back from them yet. I'd be surprised if they did that in the base game. It might be something they look to have a DLC for. Although that could also be a bit controversial in terms of, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's a city simulator, not a war simulator. But certainly, I would also say that often military bases are parts of cities, and they are, you know, in a lot of cases where cities kind of spawn from, right? Like a lot of cities start or they form around military bases. So I don't think it's completely unreasonable to have it in the game. It's just whether they want to go there and breach that kind of topic, I suppose. Because it would kind of ask questions about, you know, what would the game mechanics be for that type of DLC? Would you go to war with other places, or is it just there to kind of make things look, you know, a bit more realistic in terms of what we have in our cities? And if there's no gameplay to it, it's likely that they probably wouldn't put it in. Just my opinion, though. Complete speculation, of course. But, you know, that's the beauty of this game, and with 2 as well, it's going to be highly moddable. So there's going to be a lot of people who probably want that stuff like they have in this game, and they're going to mod that type of stuff anyway. You didn't know it would be a hot topic since, you know, SimCity had it, so you missed those times. Yeah, I remember they had that. They had the army base or something like that, didn't they? And then they had the there's like a missile tester or something in SimCity 4. So yeah, I think though, I hear what you're saying, but I do think times have changed a little bit since SimCity 4, just in general. So I kind of feel like it would be more controversial to do that now than it was probably back then. But yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable that they might in the future think about a DLC that is potentially kind of based around the military and that type of thing. I could see that being something that would be quite popular. Whether they do it or not, though, who knows? It would certainly be an interesting concept, and you know, as you're kind of you know, obviously you'd be quite keen for it, and I'm sure there'd be heaps of other, and that's kind of proven by the fact that when you go onto the workshop for this game, there are plenty of people who have released assets for that type of content. So yeah, I'm sure the DLC would sell. I'm just thinking, yeah, we want to kind of sprawl all this out. I don't know why I didn't put a road back here. So a lot of things that I probably will have forgotten why I did this, that, or the other, because it has been a little while. Let's just... But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they do get back to you games, because did you like email them, or was it just like a website or on Twitter or something? If you can connect multiple cities to make a country, add a capital and create a country flag, but they never said yes or no. Yeah. I at first thought you did it on Twitter. Yeah, they do. They're quite active on Twitter. At first, it seemed like it could be. I think a lot of people were speculating as well that it could be a bit more like Sims 4 in terms of you know, you can have like a large map that you a region, I think they called it, didn't they, on SimCity 4. So it seems like that's not going to happen though. Just looking, you know, just based on what they're putting out at the moment, I don't get that impression that it's going to work like that. But again, that's speculation. I might be wrong. But yeah, just kind of looking at what they're... Oops, what's that? Autosave. Yeah, just looking at what they're kind of putting out there, I'd be a bit surprised at this point if they turn around now and said, oh yeah, and there's regions. Because they haven't really even hinted at it. None of the Dev Diary titles are really leaning towards that, that I've kind of seen anyway. But I've seen that they've got like outside connections are noted, but I mean we have that in this version as well. So they're just, I don't know if they're necessarily called, they are called outside connections, I think, but yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I'd just be a bit surprised it doesn't, I thought they'd have had a Dev Diary completely for that. Quack, hi, how you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, evening's going really well, thank you. How are you doing? Yeah, we're back on cities. We had to have a forced extended break, so we're back and loving it. Got yeah, the new GPU in, and yeah, it's feeling good. It's feeling silky smooth in this save. It's quite a big city, so yeah, happy that it's feeling silky smooth. Chilling, about to have lunch. Not vanilla, no. It's not as heavily modded as some, but it's certainly not vanilla. Yeah, and I've been trying to be careful about how many assets I'm bringing in. Having said that, I have just upgraded to 64 gigabytes of RAM, so I can probably bring a few more in now. Mainly because I wanted this city to kind of be longer term, and I wanted it to last and not break. But yeah, quite keen to be back here. I started a more vanilla city when this city wouldn't load properly, but yeah, I'm glad that we're back here because I was missing this city a lot. Trying to make this I was hoping that this would be the last city before City Skylines 2. So looks so smooth, by the way. Thank you. I'm really happy. New GPU is a RTX4070, so yeah, should really be up to the task, which it is. So yeah, pretty happy with that. But yeah, it's I'm glad to be back. Like I say, it's been a little while. I mean, I say it's been a little while. I think it's been what, like I don't think it's even been 2 weeks. But I just, I missed it. Missed the game. And especially like with all of the hype about City Skylines 2 and that's kind of like made me miss it even more. So yeah, kind of like the hype about that game has made me want to play this game, and then I haven't been able to do anything, so yeah. But yeah, glad you could stop by, Quokka. It's always good. Yeah, we're trying to sprawl the city. It is already relatively sprawled, and there's parts that are kind of unfinished over here. But yeah, so there's still plenty to do. Still heaps to work on, which is exciting. That's forever when you want to play something. 100%. Yeah. Do you know offhand how much video RAM I've got? Is that... Would I see that in the task manager? Because I have the task manager open because I've been trying to keep an eye on things. Yes, enjoy lunch, Quokka. I hope you're having something good. I built all this. Looks beautiful. You play on PlayStation 5 though, so yours looks cruddy. You can make the vanilla game look good. I won't lie that, you know, there's a lot of visual mods that certainly help make the game look better. And, you know, there's no doubt that it sucks being on PS4, or PS5 rather, when you can't have any of those mods. But, you know, you can still do things. And you can make... The good thing with being on console is that you kind of know what you're going to get, right? With PC and all the mods and all of that, you can ruin a city by installing the wrong mod, or, you know, stuff like that can happen pretty easily. But at least with PS5 and the consoles, you kind of know what you're going to get. So, yeah. No, I can't see it on the task manager. My build is gorgeous. Well, thank you. I am quite happy with this city. Certainly one of my better ones. And yeah, it's even better that I can just, you know, fly around it like this, so easily, which is good. Yeah, very happy. I feel like we're gonna have to buy more tiles soon. How are we doing for money? We kind of seem to be losing money, which is a slight issue. The night view's really nice, aren't they? That's one thing this game really excels in the night, I think. Yeah, there's some really nice kind of scenes that you can get. How many square kilometers is my city? I wouldn't know. I can zoom out like this though and show you. I do have 81 tiles, so that's a thing. Again, something that unfortunately you can't have on the PlayStation or the consoles. But yeah, as you can see, there's kind of like random bits that are kind of sprawled out for kind of no particular reason. So trying to, you know, the aim really is to try to connect all of this stuff together and make it seem a bit more cohesive. Do you pick where you start? No. So the starting tile is always already programmed. I don't know if that's quite the right word. Our starting tile was around about here. So I built residential all over here, and then industrial over here, separated them. We had this park. This park was the first park we built, so that folks could walk across to work and cycle across to work. After the first tile though, you can kind of choose where you want to go. In terms of vanilla game, you only have 9 tiles basically. So I think, let me just check here again. So I think like that cedar region was where we first had it. So it's probably this tile here was our starting tile. And then you only get 9. You can take 9 in any direction, so you can just do like a straight up 3x3 if you want to. Or you could, like if you wanted to use mountains, you could go off in a random direction, but you only get 9. But yeah, I have 81 tile mod, so basically I can unlock every single tile on the whole map. And sprawl everything out really nicely. But again, poor old games for you, if they're on console, they only have up to 9 tiles. No mods on console at all, which is sad times. But you know, like I said, you can still build cool stuff in vanilla, and I did start a vanilla city, which I'll probably keep doing every now and then. Do the vanilla stuff so that yeah, because it's interesting to kind of see how it's played kind of as intended, I suppose. But yeah, I do like the mods to be honest. They bring a lot. Yeah, create a mega city, that's my plan. I don't know why these guys aren't building. Can they not? There's power there. Yeah, there's some people who have had like million in their you know, they've got up to 1 million people, which is where about the limits are. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I'll get there. I think the game will break before that. You like the rainbow building? Yeah, there's technically... Oh, it's daytime again. There technically are 2. This one is kind of rainbow as well. There, it's rainbow during the day as well. There you can see. But yeah, this one is the main rainbow one. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. You create your cities in a grid form and always have trouble with traffic in the game. Yeah, learning how to traffic is very, very difficult. Well, that's not difficult. It's just learning about how the mechanics work. I do have President Traffic Manager, so that helps a little bit. However, I do play with no despawning. So, and you can't really do that in vanilla. You have despawning turned on by default, and you can't change that. But basically, that means when you get queues like this, and the cars have been, you know, they have a set time that they're meant to do their job in, and if by that time they haven't, by that time comes up, they haven't done the job, they'll just despawn, and then they're gone. So turning despawning off makes for more larger traffic jams, as I think it suggests that in here. Yeah, hard mode, bigger traffic jams. So I try to balance it out like that. Like if I'm using all of these extra tools and someone in vanilla is using, then the cars shouldn't despawn. And if that causes a traffic jam, like it is here, then that's something that I just have to deal with. So, but yeah, the traffic management it can be difficult because you've got to really think about what's going on. Here, for example, I think maybe a traffic light or even a roundabout might do well here, because this is two main collector roads that are meeting up. So it's kind of about thinking where the cars are going, what they're trying to do, and then allowing yourself to figure out how that can happen. And this tool here is very helpful. So you can see here, most of these cars here are going onto the highway. In fact, there's more coming off the highway than there are coming on, which is surprising given what that traffic looks like. But you can see this road here is being utilized quite heavily. So do people get disgruntled with traffic? No. Again, the traffic mechanics in this game are kind of really quite basic. So all they really do is they choose their Toby, hi, welcome in. How you doing? Google Maps. They choose their route when they set off, and they don't come off that route no matter what, basically, unless you remove a road they were going to go onto. A wrong oceanic island? Oh, is that New Zealand? Kia ora, is that New Zealand? Here we say good day, I suppose. But yeah, so the basic AI is that they choose their route, they stick to it. Unless you delete a road that they're going to go on, they won't change their mind right throughout the whole thing. What's happening? Not enough buyers. Oh, okay. We need more commercial. We got a warehouse, I'm sure, over here that is taking unique factories. Yeah, native New Zealand. We sometimes like to claim New Zealand as our own. So yeah, we could do that. But yeah, so no oh dear. No disgruntled drivers in City Skylines 1. In City Skylines 2, however, it seems like there might be slightly disgruntled drivers. That's the word anyway, because it seems like they will get sick of waiting. That's the wrong way. They get sick of waiting if there's a traffic jam. So it appears that, yeah, certain vehicles will, if they get sick of it, they'll turn around and try and get out away from the traffic jam, which is interesting. Having a highway go over a street isn't possible in City Skylines 1 on console, but City Skylines 2, they made it easy for us to do. So yes, it does certainly look that way. There are ways. I suggest actually games, I don't know if you go on YouTube much and watch any City Skylines content, but there are a few vanilla content creators that make some pretty amazing stuff, including probably City Planner Plays. He's got his vanilla series that is that what he does in that build is quite spectacular, and he does it all in vanilla. He has a few mods that are mainly visual and like content creator type mods, so they're ones that make the game look slightly more the way he wants it to, and then things like cinematic camera and stuff like that he uses to make the content. But in terms of what he builds, you would be able to do all of that on a console, theoretically. Anyway, theoretically. Fortunately, they are looking more for console needs in CS2. It looks like they are, which is great. Good stuff. Trying to be more inclusive to everyone who buys the game, which is fantastic. Yeah, console-friendly games are good because, the whole community that plays the game should be able to benefit from the stuff that the developers are putting out. So yeah, makes a whole lot of sense to me that they're making sure that they're looking after every player of the game, no matter how they're actually accessing the game. I wonder, is there just not enough services here? Is that why these guys is that okay? That hopefully they'll level up into 2 different buildings, because otherwise we might have to come and whack-a-mole. Yeah, I'll try and put a few more services here and see if that could be the reason. We might put a cemetery here because it's, yeah, a bit more sprawling. There. Oh, yep, straight away, look at that. So, must be services. I mean, these need to be leveled up anyway, this area, because this is the American Eclectic pack. So they kind of, it's really cool actually, I quite like it. They start off as like construction sites, and then as you level them up, they actually become houses. And the housing models are actually really nice. Hank Baroob, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Hopefully I haven't butchered your name there, but I hope you're having a good one. Hope you're enjoying things. Curious to see if you put a sports facility down in City Skylines 2 and have a team. Will the team wins boost people morale? Yeah, that'll be interesting, because they kind of have it here, but not really, I don't think. They have all those smiley faces, but I don't know that they really do anything. Oh, you got ads, Hank? I do have it. I think Hank's just come in at the wrong time, because I do have pre-rolls. I have it set so it just plays an ad every hour. It's a 3-minute ad, and it plays the ad every hour. But I think I put that command in. Yeah. Oh, the cat jam emote isn't working. Is it working at your end? Or is that my OBS that it's not working in? But yeah, hopefully Hank will come back. Hopefully he'll stick around for the ads. Because, yeah, I think he's just, the timing is the problem there. Because the ads, like I said, they're set to go off every hour, and I think that Hank has just appeared at just slightly the wrong time, unbeknownst to him. But yeah, they can be frustrating. They're not pre-roll ads though. Not seeing Cat Jam. That's weird. You noticed you don't get ads on people's streams? It kind of varies a little bit. Sometimes you can come in, like I said, I try to have the pre-rolls turned off, so that when people are coming in, they're not getting greeted by an ad. And there are ways that you can do that, so it just depends on the individual streamer as to how they manage their ads. But yeah, I mean, as a streamer, especially for someone like me who's pretty small, we don't make any money off the ads at all. It's really just Twitch forcing the ads. But yeah, I don't know, it seems like Hank might not have stuck around. Let me check, are the ads finished yet? I think there's probably like 30 seconds to go, maybe. So yeah, maybe they've decided it's too difficult, which is a shame, because there is I was reading up on it the other day, actually. There is proof that people don't, if they get hit by ads, they will just turn off and go to another stream. Yeah, don't tell anyone. Don't let Twitch know. Otherwise they'll shove ads down your throat all the time. But yeah, the way it works is it's probably slightly unfair on the streamer, because as a streamer, we get some control over it, but not a whole lot. Back from the ads. Well, thank you for sticking around, Hank, because I do really appreciate that. And while you're away, we were actually just talking about the ads and how they work. And I do have pre-roll ads turned off, but the only way you can do that is to run 3 minutes of ads every hour. And I think, unfortunately for yourself, you happen to come in just as we were on the hour. So I am sorry about that. We don't, yes, Twitch has gotten bad with ads. I don't run the ads here to do anything, like I was saying while you're off, we don't make any money of it, really. Like, it's 4 or 5 cents per stream usually. That's Australian, or that's US dollars, like US dollars, so 3 or 4 cents that we make per stream, so it's really nothing. And yeah, as Quack is saying, like, as a streamer, we barely get any control over what we can do, and the best that we can do is to do 3 minutes of ads every hour, and then at least that turns pre-rolls off. But even then, yeah, if you come in at the wrong time like you did, Hank, that's what happens. So I apologize, but I'm glad you stuck around. I really do appreciate that, because some people would just turn off. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing good, and welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. There's no option to turn it off completely either. No, there isn't. Getting ready to go to work. Well, thanks for stopping in while you're getting ready. Hopefully, really? Two of the same buildings? What if we just put it back down, and it might just level up again into something else? Yeah, hopefully work isn't going to be too bad for you. Hopefully you have a good time there. But yeah, thanks for stopping by as you're getting ready. Appreciate it. Just trying to make sure that these guys have everything they need so that these level up into these buildings quicker. You don't need to go for another 20 minutes. Excellent. So you got 20 minutes of cities to watch, which is good stuff. Yeah, these are such nice models. These American Eclectic pack. But yeah, so eventually as these guys build their house, that's quite a good little detail there. Never noticed that. I think it's around about the level 3 they level up, isn't it? Yeah. So level 3, and then as they get up to level 4 and 5, they're even like nicer. Is it residential? Yeah. This area here is like a little residential neighborhood that we're doing. So we've got a high school, we've got a primary school, which I need to kind of detail. And then like this area here is like the shopping section. So we just put in a few shops so that the folks have somewhere to shop, and then yeah, hopefully they'll sprawl out a little bit further. Last Wednesday was your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Maybe that's why you don't get ads on Twitch. maybe they're giving you some free airtime. I think it's relatively random from what I've seen. Just getting this weird like glitch on OBS every so often. It's kind of like flashing up. McMansions, they kind of are, yeah. Because they're pretty fancy, and these have another like 2 levels to go up to, so they get even fancier as they get up. Just looking at your specs, you have a very old motherboard. Oh yeah, I need to update those actually, because I do now have new GPU, and I also have 64 gigabytes of RAM just installed yesterday. Yes, but the motherboard is very old, the computer is very old. So like the motherboard and the CPU are both older. And I used to have, so yeah, that GPU that's in there is was really old too, but like I said, I've just swapped it out. So now I've got a RTX4070, which is why everything's so silky smooth. So it's very exciting to have that in the PC now. But yeah, the motherboard is a little concerning. But yeah, this computer's like, I don't know, 8 years old now. So I'm hoping that if it is going to fail, it can just last another few months. So at the very least, I don't have to fork out for a new motherboard right after I've forked out for the GPU. Because yeah, these things are expensive. I don't think there are any 2x2s in this set, so we might look at it and see if we can get some parks in here. You got a Rog, that's hard to say, i9, that's pretty good, 64 gigabytes of RAM, 3060 RTX, that's pretty good. That's a pretty decent setup. PCs are expensive to buy. They certainly are. I can certainly agree with that. Yeah, like so the GPU that I just bought, that's like 1,200 Australian dollars, which is yeah, it's quite a lot. And everything is kind of around about that ballpark if you want to get something that's kind of future-proofing, which is what I wanted to do with the GPU. I wanted to make sure that I was kind of setting myself up for quite a number of years. Can you replace the motherboard? You can certainly replace the motherboard, but I think it's a lot more complicated than the GPU or the RAM, so I really hope mine doesn't fail anytime soon, because I'd be super nervous having to replace that. But yeah, you certainly can. I mean, you can just swap anything out really if you need to. It's just, yeah, the cost that's probably the issue for most people. No, it certainly would be for myself. So yeah, if I can spread things out, that's probably the key to it, right? But really, like, obviously you don't want to always wait until things break before you are replacing them. There's weird stuff going on in these parks. Is there like texture missing or something? Kind of looks a bit strange here as well. I don't know. Rather buy instead of trying to build one. You're not technical. Yeah, I mean, I didn't build this one. A friend of mine built it for me. But I asked, I gave him pretty specific instructions about what I would need, because I basically built it for this game, right? Yeah, like I said, around about, it's probably 8 years ago now, I suppose. But yeah, I would have had no idea. And even just installing the GPU last night was freaking me out quite a lot. And then there were a few issues, so it was kind of a bit sketchy there for a minute. But yeah, things worked out alright. But yeah, trying to build my own PC, I don't know how I'd go with that. That might be a little over what I could do. This PC is about 10 years old, started with an i5. Can't remember the RAM. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So you can just upgrade things as you go, which is what I'd like to do. I mean, I guess hopefully I don't need to upgrade too much more. I mean, we'll see. The other bits and pieces are still going pretty strong, touch wood. So motherboard, right? Yeah. Don't want to replace your mum either, no. I thought maybe you were talking about the mother from The Sims. Isn't that the plant in Strangerville? Could replace the mother. There we go. Our rainbow buildings are coming up. This one here has a slightly odd kind of thing, doesn't it? What was that noise? Oh, it's the fireworks. Okay. I was like, oh, that sounds like something going wrong with the PC. But yeah, this is a cool building. How realistic that is, I don't know. I haven't actually seen the building in real life, but yeah, it's cool. Started out with 1,200 US dollars, and now your PC is worth like 3,000 or more. Yeah, I was a bit the same. I started off, the first one that I had built wasn't quite up to City Skylines, or like the way I wanted City Skylines to be. So I had to upgrade a few things at that point. But yeah, I'd probably say that mine is around about a similar pricing at this point. Maybe slightly more, because I've had to, because I've upgraded the RAM twice, which isn't ideal. Having had the time again when I upgraded from 16 to 32, I would have just gone straight to 64, I think, in hindsight. But, it is what it is. Oh yeah, that would help a lot. Having someone that can help you get all of the good deals, or even get like wholesale prices. That would be very, very handy. I don't know what this OBS flashing is, but it's quite distracting. Let's try and like make the window a little smaller. Okay, so we're slowly building this out, which is what we're wanting to do. I think we'll just keep wrapping. How are we doing for money? We still are losing money, which is slightly concerning. I'm not sure why we would be losing money. Yeah, I mean, this is going to go up and down because of the industry's DLC, but I suppose I have placed a lot of unique buildings recently, so perhaps that's the issue. I probably, if we just keep building out residential, keep getting that good tax money. Okay, that didn't help. It's still flashing. Yeah, keep getting that tax money from these residents, then hopefully that will kind of start to sort itself out. Upgrading is good. Maybe public transport through here will help them upgrade as well. A bus would probably make sense here. Your new motherboard can have... I don't know what a lot of that means. I'll just be real with you. But it looks impressive. I'll give you that. 4 M2s, and you plan on getting 2 more Samsung 980 Pro 2 terabytes. So we'll have 8 terabytes just in M2. Okay, I mean, yeah, that sounds impressive. No more taxes? What, you think I should turn the taxes off? Can you imagine? This city would tank. It would completely tank. We'd be losing money. I do have free public transport turned on, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, you know, that's something. I'm providing the citizens something. So we're spending 30,000 on public transport and getting nothing back from it. So, oh, we get a little bit back from it actually, don't you? Because you get, yeah, the planes. Why is the... Oh, yeah, the planes, the taxis, and the tourist buses, you can't turn the prices off for them. It's the outside connections, basically, you get money from, and then the tourism. Did I buy Cities 2? Yes, I pre-ordered it straight away. And I did pre-order the Ultimate Edition, or whatever they call it, because I'm a sucker and I love this game too much to not have done that. I'm not regretting it at all from what I'm seeing. It's looking pretty cool. Toby, you want to start a revolution? I mean, look, we can put you in here somewhere, and we'll see if you can rise up. Let's come down here. That's one thing I wanted to do actually in here. I wanted to put a few more. I'll probably use the skyscraper pack, this one, and put like a few more, like more medium-sized buildings, like this type of size, in amongst these ones, just to, you know, make it a bit less kind of just all the same building. Yeah, let's find a citizen in here. We'll rename them Toby, and we'll see if they can rise up. Uneducated child, no, not the right person. What can we do here? Who's this? No. Here we go. Oh, Walter White. Really? That's concerning. No. Oh, here we go. Who's this person? Oscar Lewis resides at the Clio Tower. Highly educated. Okay, here we go. This is what we want. Alright, so Toby's in the game. Give your revolutionary mind a home. Yeah. Okay, so Toby's in the game now. And, you know, I mean, you're a consultant at Hotel Fisk. That sounds quite like a good job. And you live in Clio Tower, which, yeah, is over here. That's Clio Tower here. So it's quite a nice residence. So I think if anyone were to be able to start a revolution, I've chosen the right person there. I found him, yeah, 100%. Wonder if you could do do dipshit. What is that like a game? Oh, for a name. Oh yeah, you can name them whatever. Maybe not. That's right. Yeah, there's no they can't, you know, they're not going to stop you from naming whatever they want, whatever you want rather. No moderation once you're in the game. The work with the guests at the hotel is so annoying. A revolution has to be made. Yeah, well that way, you know, if you can rise up, presumably you're the one rising up, so you'll be the kind of leader. So you'll be able to quit your quit your hotel job rather for the revolution for sure. Pesky guests, you don't need those. Like in Fallout 4, is there moderation in that? Is there? I've not played that. Yeah, this stadium needs to be finished as well. There's still so much to do in this city. So how are they doing? It looks like they're steadily going up. Educate, yeah. I think our school is looking, the school stuff is looking pretty good. The university is over capacity. Oh, that's what we don't have yet, is the mail. Do we have a post office? No. It's important we get all of these things. You can have thousands of names, and Wentworth can say those names. Oh, okay, there's like a narrator type person, is there? I've never played Fallout 4, so you're giving me new information here, which is good. Yeah, let's put the post office there. That will help with that. Keish, how you doing? Lurking in the background. Sound off, so can't hear. Oh, okay, that's fine. Let's just say, oh. Thanks for, oh no, caps lock. You're off, Hank? No worries. Thanks for stopping in. Hope work isn't too bad for you. Hope you have a good one, and we'll hope to see you again another time. Thanks for the lurk, Keish. Oops. Yeah. Thanks for stopping in, Hank. We're usually live around about this same time most evenings, so yeah, pop in again. When do I end? It's usually around 2 hours. So yeah, we've been going for just over an hour now. It's usually a little bit longer than 2 hours, to be honest, because I get caught up playing. Because I'm usually doing it after work. Having said that, tomorrow I have the day off work, so it'll actually be a day stream tomorrow. So we'll be starting at 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. It should be on the schedule tab when that is in your time zone, if you're not in the Australian Eastern Standard Time. So you should be able to click on that and it will tell you, because I'm pretty sure I've got the Wednesday streams in the schedule there. So yeah, have a look at that, see if that's a better time for you. You're not about to go to work. But other than that, we'll be back on Thursday at this same time. So yeah. 2 p.m. stream, yep. When you fall asleep is when we end, yeah. Why didn't I zone here? What was I thinking there? I don't know. Let's hook these two up though. And then also do that. Now, I don't really want to zone too much here. Maybe a park might go well here. Yes. What do they say? Legendary minds think alike. What's that one? That's weird. Will any of these things go well in here? No, it's probably a bit. Oh no, that's massive. No, that's too big. What do we have actually in here? There's some of those like neighborhood parks and things. Yeah, these. So what have we got? Statue of Wealth. That's a bit big. Oh, this one might go well. I don't mind that the path goes right through that. Let's put it here at the end of the road. Yeah, and I might just shuffle it across slightly. Yeah, just so that that makes sense with the path there, and it's more centered in that road. You're going to be a Leslie Nope, and insist on a park. is Leslie someone who always wanted parks? Am I being really ignorant by not knowing, or showing my ignorance by not knowing who Leslie Knope is? Okay. Oh, I've just put a path through here as well. What's that snapping to? Grid maybe? Yeah. And length. It's doing all of the snapping, which is kind of annoying me. Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll just move that slightly. Yeah. Okay, so they can walk up and down there now, and there's a nice park. And then we'll probably put some trees and stuff down here. Oh, I was meant to be doing buses, wasn't I, for this area? Very easily distracted. Oh, yes. Oh, I am unfamiliar with Parks and Rec. Yes, I know of it. And I know that everyone says that it's incredible, but I've never actually got to go and watch it. So yes, that is probably why I had no idea what that reference was about. So yeah, that is certainly an issue, isn't it? From what I understand. So I've heard that Parks and Rec is very good. Okay, so let's just keep. I might actually do that, and then that. Yeah, just trying to kind of be a bit thoughtful about how much density we've got here. Because we are pushing our way out of the city. I see having like a couple of like more rural towns as well, like out here somewhere maybe. What is going on here? Oh, it's like a little abandoned house. Huh. So yeah, maybe like here we might have another few like random houses, and we'll leave that there and just make this really sparse out here as we come further out. You game and TV at the same time, so you get both activities in. I see. Usually if I'm not streaming, but I'm gaming, I'll have music on, but not TV. I'll sometimes have a YouTube video. That is certainly possible. Generally not TV. So I think we'll end this commercial strip there. Might just put a couple of little offices in here. I might even just change part of that to an office. No, that's going to get too big. Let's do that for now. Yeah, just mix it up slightly. It's a good way to do it though, Tilly, because I mean, I guess my problem is that if I really like a TV show, I tend to like really want to be, you know, engrossed in it, I suppose. So that's often why I'll not watch TV necessarily. It's interesting, I've turned the crossing off there. I guess that's because people can cross here. So I was going to put another path here, but if there's no crossing there, it doesn't make sense. They won't be able to go anywhere anyway. Can you make the abandoned house an historical site? I can. I can't. I have to buy those tiles to do anything with it, though. I certainly wouldn't delete that as it is, because I think that's quite cool, just in of itself. It's the map maker has done a really good job making it look quite unique. But yeah, I don't own these tiles yet, so I can't get out there. How much are they? I'm just looking at the money, and it's hovering at the moment. 30,000. Yeah, we can buy it, and then I'll put a district around it, and that way I'll remember. Oh. Historical site. There we go. But yeah, I think like having like a country town out here would work quite well. We're right by the fog, but yeah, having like a little, just a few, like 3 or 4 more houses in this area dotted around, and then this one still being abandoned would be quite cool. Okay, we're coming out here pretty well. So we've still got, on this side of the road, we've still got area that we can push right up against the mountain. Actually, a little while ago, I was looking at Google Earth, as us city Skylines players tend to do, or at least I think most of us do. And I was looking at Hawaii, and if you ever are on Google Earth and you remember to do this, the way these mountains come down like this in Hawaii it's quite a lot more pronounced, because the hills are so high and they come right down into like this flat region. And when you look at the way they've built in Hawaii, they build right up into the corner, like right up as far as they can get before it obviously just gets too expensive because it's too high. And I thought that was like really fascinating how they've like really pushed it. This was Honolulu, I think, so they'd really pushed all of the houses right in as far as they could, which was quite cool. Queen, welcome in. How are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Hope me and the fur babies are well. We are, thank you. We're glad to be back in City Skylines after our forced break. Glad to be back in Cooper County. Hope you're doing well though. Hope you're doing well. Reminds you of a couple of historic sites in Canberra. Yeah. Are they as trashed as this one? This is quite trashed, isn't it? Looks like it's been abandoned for some time. Sorry, I'm a little quiet on the quiet side. If I can learn to talk, I can. We had a few mic issues at the start. I can certainly turn myself up slightly. But yeah, I did deafen a couple of people earlier on in the stream, which wasn't ideal. Is that a little bit better? With limited building space on an island, they had to build in those spaces as well to expand. Yeah, 100%. And you can see how like they've done that in terms of, yeah, the way it's really fascinating to see actually. And you're 100% right, Toby. They have that, they've got no choice, right? They have to make as much use of the land that they have available to them as possible. But when you kind of zoom out to kind of here-ish, you can really see how in each of the little like crevices in each of the mountains, they've really pushed everything in really far, which is quite fascinating. You don't think the cats care? No. Not many changes. Did the sound didn't change? Is that what you mean, Queen? I was in Queen's stream earlier today, actually. She was doing some Hogwarts. So yeah, go and drop Queen a follow if you don't. I'll just do a quick shout out here. Hogwarts Legacy action. I couldn't watch too much because I was at work, but yeah. Thanks for popping in, Queen. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, active volcano. Oh, Scotty, thank you. Thanks for the gifted sub to Queen. Appreciate that. Scotty, the man himself, the legend. Yeah, is the main island still active? I can't remember. I think some of the outer islands are active, but the main island isn't. I'm not 100% sure though. That might be. I might be just talking out of my arse there. Aquarius. Let's cross fingers that OK becomes good within the day. Yeah, 100%. Hopefully OK, you can improve on OK for sure. Alright, let's path it up here. What do I want here? Grid, please. So there. And then I think, yeah, this is like prime. Although it's right by the airport, I think this would be pretty nice, nice real estate. What's the land value here? Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. So, what do we do here? You know, something I haven't done much in this area is put any, like, use the node controller for the cul-de-sac thing, but I don't know if this is quite the right area for that. I think we can go just slightly further. It's quite close to the highway. I feel like a pedestrian connection over here would be quite helpful too. How realistic, I'm not sure, but most of the days that need that, most of your days need that improvement. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not. Yeah, it's certainly, you know, every day is different, isn't it, in terms of the way we're all feeling. So hopefully popping into the stream can help someone a little bit. Then I'm happy. All those little bits all add up, don't they? Yeah, I know for myself, you know, some days vary, some are better than others, so being here and playing this game and being with all you guys certainly helps regardless. Public housing. This area here is like university housing, because we got the first university over here, the trade school, and it started off with just this, and but I really liked these models as they leveled up, so they're quite fancy for university housing, right? So I kept expanding the university housing out here. Unfortunately, there's like no such thing as like proper public housing in this game. The economic, like the socio-economic part of the game is like non-existent, which I don't know, maybe that's a good thing. It's not all that realistic, but that's miles away from the uni. Yeah, it kind of got a little bit out of control. So, I keep getting distracted. I meant to be putting in buses, wasn't I, for this area? Just put this pedestrian crossing in, and then I'll put, oh, where'd my pillar go? Give me my pillar back. Thank you. Oh. That was, I was pressing the wrong button there. I'm still getting used to this keyboard. Yeah, I did forget to update my specs. I've got, a Razer keyboard now to go with the Razer mouse, which is quite cool. It's got all the RGB stuff on it. But yeah, you're right, Tilly. This is a long way from the uni. I mean, kind of. The uni comes all the way out to here. This is part of the uni here, so yeah. No accidents, no low socioeconomic status. Yeah, that there's parts of this game that are kind of rather undeveloped, but you know, they're doing what they can in City Skylines 2 so far by the looks of it, so that's exciting. Certainly with the accidents, we don't know yet about the economics of it all. Alright, so bus route here. What have we got going on? So we've got train station here. So it would make sense that it would link up to that. I think in terms of our hubs, that's probably the closest. There's metro down here. But yeah, I think if we can just link it up to this, that's going to be our best bet. So we'll start there. Because I think, where does that train go again? That goes into the city. And where does that purple bus just circulates there? It's not super helpful, is it, actually, when I look at it? Maybe we do want to take it to the metro. Oh, actually, I've just remembered something as well. I'm getting the regular distraction stuff going on here. they fixed all of the ports, didn't they? Pretty sure they did. So I should be able to fix all of this up now. There was an issue where these things weren't working properly. So yeah, now I think we should be right to turn everything back on. And then we'll go back to that bus. What's happening here? I might need to might need to bulldoze this and start again. You have a very pretty religious mouse because it's holy. Oh, do you have one of those? I know the ones you're talking about, I think. The holy ones. Yeah, I've got, this is a Razer. Let's see if I can get it up here. There's cables everywhere. So one of the Razer ones. And now it's matching keyboard to go with it. The cool thing about this mouse, actually, and you'll appreciate this, Tilly, is when I play The Sims 4, it cycles green and white when it's on any of the menus, and then when you are controlling a sim, it will actually go the color of the mood that the sim is in. So if they're in a happy mood, is it happy? The green one? It'll go green. If they're sad, it will go blue, and so on and so forth, which I thought was like a really cool little feature. So yeah, I appreciated that quite a lot, actually. Normally I just have it cycling through all of the colors. That's my default kind of method. Okay, what's this trying to do here? That is so cool. Yeah, like when I didn't know that it did that when I bought it, and when I first saw it do it, I was blown away. Such a cool detail. Yeah, really cool Easter egg. Okay, that's a bit better. And then I should be able to turn this on, I would presume. And then over here we had that. You have lots of pretty colors. Does it just cycle through? Because the Quadcast mic does that as well. The mic can't quite see it very well, but you can just see that it's hovering through all of the different colors. Now the keyboard does that as well. So I'm RGB and everything up, making it all look pretty. Circle City, yeah, this is the I haven't come up with a name for this yet. I don't really know. I keep meaning to kind of look up circles in different languages and see what would be cool to name this. But yeah, it's got the temple, this weird temple thing in the middle, and then it's kind of, I tried to like make it so that it was, it started off low and then raised up. Unfortunately, these buildings are a bit lower than I would probably prefer, but yeah. Cool little section of the city. Yeah, your RGB and everything up as well. It's fun. I like it. Okay, this was the other area that needs to be fixed. And I might just pause this. This one is actually turned on. Can we try and move it? Or try and move it? Might need to redraw roads here though. Yeah, I don't know. I might have added that building in. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I might just redraw this. Have I got the picker mod? Yeah. I'll move this in a bit. So many road guidelines going on there. And yeah. Okay, and then just curve it into that. Try and build some of these roads without necessarily using mods. Oh, autosave, just as we were doing that. Oh, have I used the one way there? Yeah, okay. I think that's okay. I think that's alright. Yeah, go with that. And yeah, hopefully these are actually working. I haven't really been able to do any testing, but I'm pretty sure I read in the last changelog that they were working, that they'd fixed them. I mean, that's, no one's using that one. People are using that one though, so that's good. And then this one was the last one. I do appreciate that they're still fixing bugs at this point. They could quite easily not fix any bugs anymore, given what we know. Oh, that actually is quite good. Or good enough, anyway. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. Alright, so what was I doing? Bus line. Distractions. Okay, so really we just need it to kind of loop in here and then loop out again. Oh. Bit of lag there. Oh, that's right. I wanted to check. Does anyone use this? Yeah, okay, they do. Yeah, I wanted to check what paths we have here. Because I don't think I necessarily want this bus to come in here, because there's already quite a couple of routes going in here. Having said that, the traffic is not too bad here, is it? I think so too. Hope they're still supporting CS1 after the release as well. Ooh, I don't know about that. I hope they will, but I don't think they will. I do think they will make CS1 as fixed, you know, as possible, because they seem to me to be a company that really cares about their games and they care about the people who play them, unlike other companies. So I do feel like they will do their best to make sure that it's in the best possible working order that it could be. I'm okay with having buses here actually, because the traffic is actually alright. There will be a lot of people still playing Skylines 1, yeah, I tend to agree. Certainly to start with, anyway. Until like the mods and DLCs and stuff get released, anyway. But what you described sounds good too, yeah. I just can't see them, you know, because you know what, they're businesses at the end of the day, and I get that. So I just can't see them spending a whole lot of time on a game that they're no longer making any money from. Which is sad, but that's just the reality. And that wouldn't be something that they're choosing either. That would be the, you know, the developer or the, you know, whoever's paying them saying that. I need bike lanes there though. Can I... Where does the bike lanes go though, actually? They kind of just stop there, don't they? So maybe we don't need bike lanes there. You don't know how... Do you know if traffic is bad again? So, well, I mean, here I was just looking visually. I can see that there's a lot of trucks turning in here, because this is all commercial in here. So there's, you know, deliveries going on all the time. But there's a info view here. So yeah, you can see it's saying that this intersection, especially cars turning in, is quite heavy. That's a high amount of traffic, but it's moving, so that's the important thing. So 76 is pretty good for this city. It's generally around that kind of 70, 75 mark. But everything flows. there are hot spots, but yeah. This area over here sometimes gets congested, but then I added this exit in, and that's helped enormously. The trams sometimes get bugged out. They look like they're okay at the moment, although what are you doing? Oh, you're boarding, okay. So yeah, it looks okay at the moment. But yeah, this area over here is... I mean, that is a little bit concerning, because that's probably where the bus would be actually turning in. But yeah, I was going to put 2 lanes coming out of here, but that's actually clearing alright through the light, so it's probably not required. I could always have the bus loop around here instead, and that way it's turning in that direction. It could even come out here so that we're avoiding this intersection entirely. So yeah, if it kind of went in there, we might do that. Then it won't necessarily stop right outside the metro. Is that the way to do it? There are paths all throughout here. Could even just use this intersection. Yeah, we might do that. Alright, so let's start here, I suppose. And although, yeah, stopping on the way back up is going to be what they're doing, really, isn't it? We'll put a stop there anyway. There's no public transport through here either, which I don't know how much of an issue that is. Apparently not that much of an issue, because yeah, the traffic's pretty good through there. But it's commercial, so the trucks can't use the bus. No, but the people who go to buy stuff from the commercial shops are the ones that we're trying to catch here, kind of thing. And also, jump. In this case, I'm also just trying to link the folks over in this neighborhood up with the metro system that can take them pretty much wherever else they want to go in the city. So that's the other reason. It's kind of like collecting them all and bringing them back to a larger capacity transport. So yeah, we'll stop in here. So this won't be mirrored, it will just go in, it'll make a loop in here and then come back out basically, but it should still collect the whole area. So we'll run it down this main kind of drag, I suppose. It really just needs to do that, to be honest, and maybe here. In a more ideal situation, I would have... We'll just start with this and we'll see how it goes. And we might just pop another stop there, just so that we're covering our bases. I'm loath to put a stop kind of too close to this roundabout, but maybe we should have one on either side of the road here, because they can access the pathway to get back and across if they need to. We'll do it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so this stop here is probably something that a bus driver would hate. Turning the corner and then having to stop right there, they'd probably hate that. We'll share the stop here. Actually, we can bring it right in here, can't we? Because we can just do it this way. We'll share the bus stop there again, and then we'll complete the line there. And before I forget, I'll just add another stop over here. Like that. I think that works for us. City planner is not a job you want. Just crossing it off the list now. The city planner wouldn't decide the bus routes though. The city planner decides like where the roads are laid out, what they're allowed to have in certain areas in terms of like zoning, what the connectivity is like with other roads, what the pedestrian connectivity is like, all of those types of stuff. How many trees should be in a certain area, where the car park should be, all of that type of stuff. And then usually it's left up to the local governments to figure out what buses should be where and where the buses should go. They might have that type of stuff in mind when they're doing it, like when they're planning things, but ultimately it's those types of more kind of precise decisions aren't something that they would have much say in. They would have opinions on it, and they would, they'd have a lot to think about it, but they wouldn't necessarily be able to decide. So the job of this, like what the player is in this, is more about the mayor of the city, more than anything else. Transport planner is the job that you don't want, Tilly. Yeah. In fact, Scotty, I think you can probably talk to this better than what I ever would be able to, right? But I think what I'm saying is correct. At least I hope so. I'm not just talking out of my bum. Oh yeah, these guys struggling with that garbage again. Is there... No. I think I need to unpedestrianize something here so that they can get through. Thought that was all up to the building developers now. That probably depends on how much money the building developers have and how much they're willing to give the place or the council and the government in the area that they're looking to build, would be my guess. Certainly that's what it seems like anyway. So I might just sneak a regular road through here, because I don't think this is really working. Oh. The city planners, including transport planners, would set the policies that developers need to follow. Yeah. So that, from what I can gather, you're saying there, Scotty, is that the people who decide on the transport aren't necessarily the same people who decide on what roads go where, what zoning is allowed where, and all of that type of stuff. They're kind of like two different roles. Ooh, this is a bit tight here. Yeah, it's a team effort. They all have to work together to deliver the plan. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. I can imagine you, Scotty, looking at a lot of people's cities and just like shaking your head. No, that's not how things work. But, it's a game at the end of the day, isn't it? But I do find it all very fascinating, how it all works. I'm going to move that later. In the UK, each local authority has to have a 5-year development plan, how they will grow and manage. Yeah, right. Only 5 years. Are there like, do they also have like longer ones? But it's, so they like might have like a 5, 10 and 20 year or 25 year or 50 year thing, or presumably what you're saying is like by that's mandated by the government. But yeah, that's interesting. Can you build tiny homes? Not as such. You can do like smaller... Hello? Why wouldn't it let me... Oh, do I have to go... Click to unselect. What am I doing wrong here? Slope mode. To there. Why can't I enter? Oh, I must have turned numlock off. New keyboard? New keyboard issues. using the numlock enter. Cody, hi, how you doing? Having a great day. Yes, I'm enjoying my day now that I'm back into cities. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, we can build Tilly tiny homes in that we can just zone like 1 square, but they don't really look like tiny homes. So not really. The part of the planners looks okay for me to work in, but to be responsible for actually running public transport is something you wouldn't like to do. You would have to deal every day with the issues the planners planned. Yeah, so if the planners made mistakes, then the person dealing with that cops all the problems. Yeah, most have 20-year plans that they update every 5 years. I getcha. Yeah, got it. It's multiple departments that work together: ecology and conservation, highways and transport, housing, economic development, etc. to deliver the plan. Okay, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. I'd imagine there's quite often disagreements in what's what. You don't judge, this is a game, you're supposed to go wild. Yeah, fair enough. That's that also makes sense, right? Because you know, like in a game like this, why limit yourself in a way? Like, you know, you have so many options at your fingertips. I mean, I don't claim to know how everything should be, so I like to kind of make it seem realistic, but ultimately I don't really know if any of it is or not. It's probably not at all realistic, any of it. The traffic jams are probably somewhat realistic, but other than that, I've got no idea. Yeah, hope you're having a good day, Curdy, or good time zone, I suppose. Thanks for popping in. Curdy Fornia's treating you well, I hope. Right, this isn't developing as well as I would hope. The buses didn't really make any difference. What else could we put? More parks, I suppose. They just love their parks, don't they? Not that one. What am I doing here? Parks. Yeah, I would have thought it's an interesting hour over there. Let's put a big chonky park in here, and then we can attach that path up as well, which is always fun. Morning where you're at, and you're on cities already. Good stuff. So you are actually waking up. You're not about to go to sleep or anything. Not had a big night. Just coming home. Oh, Scotty, thank you. Thanks so much for gifting that sub to Curdy. Appreciate it. Legend. I was part of a team trying to plan for the pandemic that was already happening, and it was a shit fight that made you even never want to work in a team ever again. Yeah. And like, not only was that whole situation just rough for everyone, it was even harder for folks like yourself, Tilly, who had to, you know, figure out how to help other people when, you know, you yourself and the people around you were in the same situation as everyone else, right? Oh, jump. So yeah, kudos to you for sticking with it as long as you actually did, and helping all of the folks that you helped. It's not easy. I mean, working in a team is hard at the best of times, and during that period was certainly not the best of times. So yeah, Scotty deep pockets tonight. appreciate everyone who's here, whether they're gifting subs, lurking, chatting, not chatting, whatever they're doing. I appreciate every person. Nighttime falling again. Right, let's make sure I've got this zone pulled right out. And in fact, for those who don't know, Cody actually raided me in my first ever stream. He raided me just as I was about to finish, actually. And then obviously had to keep going, so appreciate you, Cody. Legend. Take the punt on the guy that's streaming for the first time ever. Love watching all the lights come on. Yeah, it's this game in the... Yeah, you did? Awesome. Yeah, you did. I wouldn't expect that you would remember, but obviously me as the person who was the recipient of that, I appreciate you. Yeah, legend. Yeah, I said it before in the stream, that nighttime is, yeah, stunning in this game. I'm so glad that it's coming with the base game. The day-night this time. So I don't, like, you can't have a city builder without day-night cycle, right? Like, and there are some people who don't have it because it's a DLC. Anytime, man. I love my city and the vibe, so thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. And yeah, enjoy the emotes. They're nothing too special at the moment, but maybe we'll get there one day. And thanks again, Scotty. I appreciate you gifting those subs. Yeah, stunning game. Love the new emote. Yeah, it's the one that's the non-animated version is a bit of a favorite among the regular chatters. So when I had another animated slot come up, that had to go with that. Loving the suburbs. I've literally kind of just started. This one here in particular was one that we've just kind of started in the last couple of streams, and we're trying to kind of sprawl out a little bit here because we're coming towards the end of the map. But these ones are ones that I have been here for a little while, particularly this one. And this is the uni housing one, and they actually level up really into really nice buildings. So yeah, this is meant to be like uni housing, but I like the look of this suburb so much that it kind of spread out a little further than what I'd originally planned. But yeah, I'm enjoying the American Eclectic Park. Is always a really good one. I really like the models. Just have to zone it up, level it up, that's all. Which apparently at the moment I'm struggling. I mean, I suppose we started off at this end, and these ones are leveling up pretty nicely, so yeah. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to have the patience that you have though, Curdy. I don't think I'm going to be able to do fences and stuff. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how I go. But I've seen you painstakingly put all of the fences and stuff in, and it looks awesome, but I'm not sure I have the patience. Oh, Dream Aesthetic, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Good day to you. Good day to you too. A jolly good day even. Even better. I think I followed you the other day because Scotty gave you a big shout out in one of his streams. So yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. Took the fences out to save on the nodes. Oh no, after all of that work, Curdy. Legitimately a problem though. I don't think I'm near the loads. I keep seeing this citizen instances right up there. But yeah, I'm still a fair way away from everything, so I'm sitting pretty with that at the moment. It's just that citizen instances, I'm not sure if that's going to cause a problem or not. I don't really know, to be honest. Scotty, thank you. Thank you for gifting that sub to Dream. Oh, is Dava here? Did I miss Dava? Oh, hey Dava, how you going? I'm sorry, I missed that message. Welcome in. Let's just get some water in here. Turn off the angle. Oh, that's right. I did change that hotkey because of the it kept moving me around every time I was turning the angle off. Thanks so much, Scotty. I appreciate you gifting those subs. Yeah, Dava snuck in. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, this suburb's coming along nicely, I hope. We might need to put kind of more services and stuff down this end, I suppose. Not sure what to do on this kind of collector road here at this point. Have to think more about that. Maybe like Parkland or something. Hydrate. Did I miss a hydrate? Damia, welcome in. How are you? How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good one. I said hydrate, did I? I should hydrate. My tea's gone cold, but I got a little bit of water. Enjoying colder weather today. Temp dropped 10 degrees compared to yesterday. That's a big relief, I would imagine. It's cold here in Sydney at the moment. Probably not as cold as it gets in some places. What are we looking at right now? It doesn't feel as cool tonight actually as it has. It's 12 degrees Celsius. But yeah. I haven't felt the need to turn the heater on, so yeah. It's winter, yeah, it's winter here. Like, right, we just had the shortest day of the year a few days ago, so cold, and it's been quite a cold winter so far as well. Like, usually our winters are relatively mild. Like 12 is usually about as low as it goes. So yeah, it's like 10 p.m. at the moment, and it's cold. And Damir now gets Scotty's generosity. Thanks, Scotty. You're a legend. Big legend. Yeah, so 12 degrees. It usually doesn't go into single figures at night. I mean, it will dip below sometimes, I guess, in winter, but generally it kind of stays above single figures, in Sydney anyway. But yeah, this winter it's been pretty cold. Like, we've had 4 and 5 degree evenings. JFC, the man himself, welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're having a good one. We're back in cities, finally. Thank goodness. The GPU has been upgraded, and we've got 64 gigabytes of RAM now as well. So yeah, cooking with gas so far. And the system, touch wood, so far seems to be handling everything really well. So I'm very, very happy with the way it's all going at the moment. Touch wood, hopefully that continues. GPU is time to build suburbs. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you were at the am I recognizing a big difference with the upgrades? Yeah, 100%. Like the silky smoothness of like just flying around and stuff is, yeah, crazy. It's and I've also got a new keyboard too, so I'm kind of trying to get used to everything all at once here. But yeah, I can definitely feel the difference just flying around. And like this is a city that's, you know, relatively big, and it was a pretty big strain on what I had before, and now it's just like, yeah, it's silky smooth, and I'm getting like, you know, for a city this size, pretty good FPS as well. So yeah, really enjoying it. Yes, I believe this one. Oh, this one? Yes, this is the Shanghai Tower. Indeed it is, yes. I think this one is from that area too. I'm not 100% sure where though. Oh, you've seen it IRL? That's pretty cool. The game loads, novel, yeah, right. To be fair, the loading wasn't too much of a problem even with the old setup. It was about like a 5-minute load. This, which is, it's not too bad. It's not super heavily modded build or anything. So that was decent. But yeah, the load time tonight was like 2 to 3 minutes, I think. Especially because I was saying at the start of the stream, I had a cat step on something they shouldn't just as I'd gone live. Like I was a couple of minutes in, and a cat stepped on the off button of the PC, and in fact she's up. Yeah, she's on top of the tower at the moment, sleeping. And it tried to shut the whole system down, which just literally as I'd started the stream. So it wasn't ideal, but I managed to get things back up. Like I had the city running and everything, like I was all ready to go. But yeah, I managed to load back in and everything relatively quickly. So that was good. Not good that I had to, but good that I was able to. The other one is in China. China, did you say it? Chun, I think, don't you? If it's a Z. Also seen IRL. That's pretty cool. I went to China when I was about 8 or 9. So I don't remember too much of it, but we went to Hong Kong and China. But yeah, that was some time ago now. So there was certainly not the amount of buildings that in either of those places as there are now. So it sounds like a Sims load time. Yeah. You were there in October 2019. Oh, cool. Not that long ago. Just before the world shut down, presumably. But yeah. Lights back on here. I think, so I would like to, I'm going to just place this metro thing down. So we're going to have, this is going to be kind of relatively high density too. Over here, but I'll just place this down and then turn it off so I don't forget what I want to do here. I was thinking like of making this almost like a government area, so I'll leave that there and then we'll just turn that off. Are you wowing about how close JFC was? Yeah, how close JFC was to being stuck in China, potentially, especially over there where it all started, I suppose, right? That could have been difficult. Amazing experience, but also the most crazy and most cultural difference you've experienced. Yeah, I bet. Have you been to America, JFC? Because I feel like cultural, oh my goodness, if I can talk, culturally, America is quite different to a lot of Europe as well. US and Canada. I've only ever been to New York. New York, amazing city. As you can probably tell, yeah, there's a few New York inspired things over here, including the metro over the top of the road. Yeah, I love New York. and New Zealand. I've never, believe it or not, never been to New Zealand. I've got kind of distant family over there, but yeah, haven't got there yet. Maybe one day. Friend there wrote you lockdowns were nuts. People without food asking to be let out. Yeah, even more recently, right? That's been happening over there, which is really scary. I think they've relaxed things a little bit more now, which is good. But yeah, pretty full on. Been to most continents now. South America and Africa are missing yet. There's certain parts in those continents that could be a little bit risky at certain periods. I suppose there are safe areas as well, but yeah, sometimes you have to be a bit careful. I was going to try and build, but maybe we'll wait until we get a bit more light. So we'll keep doing a bit of suburb building here while we're waiting. And I could... I was thinking maybe in this corner we make it even sparser, but I feel like this is probably going to be pretty valuable land here. Yeah. So I guess as we push further out this way, we'll sparsen things up even further. Yeah, I think it's hard to build at night time in this game, isn't it? That's the problem with having the day-night cycle off, on even. So I assume we've all caught up with the dev diary and all of that was released overnight for me, but any particular thoughts on all of that? Distant family in New Zealand kind of made it sound like you were avoiding the place because of them. No, not necessarily. I don't think I've ever met any of them actually. They're on my dad's side. Yeah. I didn't mean it to sound like that. It's quite funny though. Yeah, I don't know. This thing here is meant to buy those products, and it's not really... Do they... I guess they're sending all of their trucks out. Yeah, that's the problem. Their trucks are all in use. Do I have I can't remember what we've got cargo rail wise over here. Not much. I wonder if it's worth having a cargo rail over here then. Probably is, right? There's one over here. Or even the warehouse one. Is that in here? No. It's in the cargo, the warehouse section, I presume. Yeah. They're quite small, aren't they? I expect them to be a little bit bigger than that. So we've got terrible road hierarchy up here as well. This industry area was the first industry that we put in. So yeah, it's never really been upgraded. It's caused a lot of headaches throughout the city's lifetime, but we still are losing money as well, which is slightly concerning. Do I have anything crazy in here? Is this what's causing? Not really. What about in the other one? If you had time, if you had this game, I was misreading, you would try and build Kyoto or Osaka. Yeah, people, I wouldn't be surprised if people have already done that. Because people do build crazy, realistic, recreations of real cities. Oh, I didn't fix this yet. Okay, fix this now that they've fixed it. I I don't. At one point in time I did try. I downloaded the Sydney map on the workshop, and I kind of gave that a crack, but the proportions weren't quite right with the map, so I couldn't really make it work all that well. And then I kind of just lost inspiration with that particular map, so I kind of just stopped. Kyoto would be a pretty build, and you loved visiting Kyoto and Osaka. I've never been to Japan. It does seem like there's some pretty amazing stuff over there though. Scenery and the cities look pretty awesome. It's like a beautiful country. Let me try and redevelop. Maybe this is part of the problem as well. No, they're not losing money. I know that we've got some areas like here. They're not losing money though. Have you run out of ore? You've still got ore in there, even though it says not enough natural resources, which is kind of strange. I don't really get what's going on there. Still working as well. The proportions of the map might be correct, but the buildings are horrible in proportion. Yeah, that would probably make sense. Many are way too big. Just look at the trees compared to people. Yeah, that would make sense. Oh, Tilly throwing shade there at Sydney. No, Sydney's not a shithole. I mean, talking to someone born and bred in Sydney, so let's see if we can. Yeah, this is a very standard vanilla tree, and yeah, it's quite giant. So I think JFC is right. Proportions aren't quite right. It's you're talking about Japan now, not Sydney, presumably. Tokyo is a bit scary though. Okay, yeah. Tokyo's pretty massive, right? So, oh, what's this car doing? Hi. I don't even know where it's going. Is there an outside connection over here somewhere? Shade, love from Brisbane. I won't tell you what Cleepaw said about Brisbane then. Yeah, I've seen them do that before over here. Oh, we've got power issues. No. Yeah, I've seen the same postal vans doing that same thing to this outside connection to the railway as well. So yeah, goes where the trains spawn. Yeah, I think where were we? Over here? No. Yes. No. Confused now. Over here. Yeah, it's probably going over here. Oh. Do I have to do another... have I fixed this section yet? There's a plane here as well. I might not have fixed the node back here. I can't remember. That's the... I actually turned the fog off. Oh no, it looks like I have. I will just pull it a little further out just in case. I had this issue over there though. Yeah, it looks like I have because these are heaps close together. I had the same issue here where just one train gets stuck for some reason. I don't know if this is a known bug or not. And then they come over here and they take way too long to despawn. See, I don't know why that one's not going forward. And I ended up building the little, like, yeah, outside connection thing. City's what you expect. Yeah, that's true. Serial killer. Yeah, the guy driving the van under the grass. You think they're a serial killer. But yeah, this seems to work here. I still did have, occasionally they have trouble despawning, but generally it's pretty good. Why is there no... Oh, the wind. Okay. I just chuck another one of these down then, I guess. Just to cover things. When that happens, you just pull the node out further. Yeah, I already did that though. I've lost again. I have pulled the node out. So you can see this is the first node here, and they're all... So this is a segment. This whole section is a segment. So there's heaps of space there. But for some reason, this, like, they just come up here and then they can't go anywhere. So they don't despawn. Sometimes they will go in and despawn though. So I don't really know. See this one, that one's fine. But those other two I had to delete. Don't you have the despawn thingy on? Yeah, but they have to like despawn at the edge of the map somehow, right? They can't just be for all of these planes. They're just like in the trees. They don't remember with the vanilla game, we're not actually meant to get out to this area. We're not actually meant to see this. It's just that we have all these mods that allow us to do that. There's heaps of people waiting here too. This is probably why my citizen instance is so high, right? Is that what this would that cause that figure to be really high? If all these folks are waiting, clearly I guess they're waiting to come into the city. The cars are also despawn at the edge of the map, yeah, on the highways and that. Trains and others will not be affected by the non-despawning. No matter what TMPE is set to, yeah. I don't know why they're struggling here. I mean, obviously this guy is doing the same thing. Like that needs to be, oh, that one needs to be deleted as well. It's probably because these trains aren't doing what they're meant to. If they come in and pick the passengers up, let's see, is that one going to despawn? No, their passengers are going. Where are they going? I think it's because the trains aren't doing what they're meant to. I think that's why they're all queued up here. But yeah, that's going back, so to me that seems like the problem. Is that same thing happening over here? Oh no, that's not the correct spot. I'm lost again. Lost in my own city. Doesn't seem to be a problem here, does it? That seems to be working. So I guess I've just reached that point where there's just too much going on at the spawn points. Zombie horde, yeah. Have I changed the railroads to other train tracks? None at the outside connections, no. Like I haven't deleted any of the tracks. Where were we? Yeah, I haven't deleted any of the outside connections and redrawn them or anything like that. They're all what came with the map. So I don't know. Yeah. There are parts of the city where I've changed tracks, like down here, I think. Oh, was this a railway? Actually, no, this wasn't railway. This is just highway. So, yeah, that wasn't changed. Yeah, like I haven't done a wholesale change into a different asset, railway asset, if that's what you mean. Oh, what's going on over here? Oh yeah, this area always struggles with the crematorium stuff. There's a bit of traffic here. What's going on? Oh, it's a tram here. Has anyone else seen this bug where the tram says en route, but it's just actually stuck there, going nowhere? Have to delete those as well. Now all of the trams are all backed up here. And is this the green line? Got people waiting? No, it's actually not too bad. got to be checking those trams pretty regularly. But yeah, it's caused a whole lot of people to abandon because no one was collecting dead bodies. Oh, we don't need that up anymore. Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep building out over here. I think we might pop a few parks through here as well again. Because yeah, this collector road. I mean, actually, where is this going to end up? Because there's no outside connection through here. Oh, it could actually end up connecting to that highway, couldn't it? Yeah. So I will avoid putting things on it then, except like parks and stuff. If I could live anywhere in the city, where would I live? Ooh, that's a good question. There are a number of spots that are quite cool. I guess it would depend on what I was trying to do. Like, I think if I wanted to live in the city, I think this developing section of the city is pretty cool. And because it's like so close to like these really nice beach facilities, this tourist area with my 9 cats, yeah. It's close to the tourist area, which is kind of like, you know, pretty buzzing, and there's a lot going on there, which is good. But then there are also really like cool suburb areas. Like even this bit here, down here, is actually really nice, although it's close to the airport. But yeah, so potentially like over in this area is really nice, with like these little green shops out and about. Good question. Yeah, it is, because like when I find anyway, as I build the city, I kind of get attached to areas. Over here as well, actually, there's some really nice spots, like down in these apartment blocks. Like the views from here would be stunning, of like all over the place. And then also like, yeah, it's right by the water, it's right by the beach, it's still pretty close to both of the cities, there's good public transport. So yeah, you kind of get attached to certain areas of your city. So it's actually quite a hard question to answer, because there are so many areas that I would like to live in. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it would depend. I guess the cats would like I can imagine being in one of these houses and having like, you know, a little enclosure out the back for the cats to run around in and play in, so they could be outside but still contained. That would be another factor. I'm assuming though, and as well, that, you know, because I'm the mayor, there's no restrictions on, you know, no silly pet bans or anything like that. So we're allowed to have however many cats we want. Never have enough cats. But yeah. So I think, yeah, to answer your question, either over in this kind of suburb, Elijah Point here, or perhaps in the big city. Yeah, that's a cute. I tried when I did the 7 TV emotes. I just tried to find as many cat ones as I could. Interesting that one's working and Cat Jam isn't. I don't know. Oh, I know why. Actually, I can see why. I've spelt it. I've put a capital C in that particular command, I think, and it should be a small c. So I'll have to fix that command. The opposite question: what area would you destroy with a meteor? Probably the airport. I'm still not very happy with this, which is why it's not decorated, because I'm still not sure if I'm going to keep it like this or not. I'm just not good at building airports. I don't know why. The airport I'm still not happy with. But yeah, I've kind of just left it there because it functions. It does the job for now, and we'll get there, I suppose. Not near the crematorium because traffic is crap. Yeah, that this area over here, this area over here, it always struggles because this is a tram only road, and the cars can't come down, so they have to turn around and come back. I think that's what the problem is, but I don't know. It seems a bit better now that that glitchy tram is gone. Yeah, plenty of catamotes here. Oh, they're actually using this. That's good. Yeah. Try and keep getting this suburb going here. Can relate, it takes you at least 2 airport builds to get it right. Yeah, this is number 2 already. It was originally over here, and I did a whole bunch of stuff with the land, and I didn't like it at all, so I moved it over there. But yeah, I'm still just not happy with it. I might end up putting it over here even eventually. It just seems, I think, yeah, I don't know, there's just something about it. I just don't. I like this cross design, but it makes it really difficult for everything to work. Even though these types of airports do, work in real life, there are airports like that that have this kind of design. And I went on Google Earth and I looked up a whole bunch of airports, and I still couldn't couldn't make it work. They have done a great job though, haven't they, with all of the lighting and stuff. This is quite a cool view actually, isn't it? Looking out over the airport as the sun sets. But yeah, I don't know what to do with this airport still. It might get a third edition down the track. Yeah. So, yeah, parks. Lightings on the airport are good, but they're missing so many details. Yeah, I bet. Nothing like flight sim, right? Taxiway signs, numbers on the runways, and so much more. Yeah. Let's hope in the City Skylines 2 airport DLC, they'll have all of those details in them, right? Let's do that. And then, what else have we got here? I guess it's difficult for them to kind of, they could spend ages doing all sorts of like full-on details about it all. And there'd probably only be like a select number of people like yourselves who really know airports that would actually notice it anyway. Do you know what I mean? When the airport DLC, you actually sat down and added all those things to the first airport you built. A car rental building in the airport that gives tourists cars. Yeah, that would be cool because they have the policy, don't they? But they don't have the actual building. It's just kind of like the car rentals policy, but no actual like thing. So it'd be cool if to enable that policy, you had to have like the actual building. And it's annoying that I put all of this, and again I haven't detailed all of this because I'm not sure that it'll stay like this, but you put all the car park and stuff in there and no one actually uses it. It's quite unrealistic in that way. Does time have an influence on the build options, like more advanced builds as time goes by? There is a like a progression thing. So with this, we've gone past it all. I have everything available to me, but yeah, it does slowly build up. So you start off with 0 and you get like real basic stuff. You start off with garbage and the medical clinic and the school, and at primary school only, or elementary depending where you're from. And then you slowly kind of build up through like different things, police stations, fire, and then you eventually get up to like high school, and so you there is a bit of a progression in terms of the way you come through, and it's all population based generally. But if you mean like, because we're in 2143 right now, you'd probably expect there to be different forms of transport and all of that type of stuff. That doesn't happen. But so we're always there's no like into the future type of pack where you can, you know, have tube public transport and stuff like that. There's nothing like that. Before the airport DLC, you build a 100% custom airport once. It took almost 4 weeks with 2 to 3 streams a week. Wow. We're acclaimed again. Excellent. So this population building must be working, because this university was forever in the... It was original. It did get to... Oh, now we're immediately losing it again. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we did get it to 4 stars before, but now it keeps dropping down. So population building is important. Yeah, to some degree, but it's opened with the number of people living in the city. Yeah, if you go with the industries DLC, then you get more stuff the further you develop the areas. Yeah, so like over here we have most of our industry, so you can see this forestry is a level 5, but yeah, you just start out with these small patches of trees, and then you start off with what is it, a lumber mill, I think, in this one, and then you slowly progress up to all of the different things. And there's also 50 eras housing. Yeah, I've got that pack. Parks DLC is similar. Yeah, so there's like gameplay progression within itself, if that makes sense, with some of the different packs. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I think most of the gameplay stuff in this game are pretty solid, because it's, you know, I think they're these days particularly kind of more limited about what they can do with the engine and stuff, but yeah, certainly I think what they've implemented previously has worked pretty well. Yeah, 50s housing, but it's a content creator pack. It's the I've forgotten what they call it now. This infuriates me too. You can't tell what anything is. Is it the American mid-century modern? Thank you, Darba. 70s Mr. Fluffy type places that need to be bulldozed because of asbestos. Well, maybe that's this house out here. Maybe this one's the asbestos house. Hey Shane, how you doing? Just dropping in for a short time. No worries. Thanks for popping in. As you can see, we've finally made it to a cities stream again. I haven't had any so far, touch wood. I haven't had any crashes of the game, so I don't know if you got any further in figuring out what your issues were. Just try and fix this sand as we go as well, because I think I need to remove. Yeah, just need to remove the ore. Pure asbestos. The whole building was made of asbestos, you think? Yeah, I hope you're having a good one though, Shane. Hopefully your city's issues got resolved. I might just take all of this ore out. It's just changing the color of everything. I think that's partly why they did it, but I think they wanted to have, the map maker wanted to have that kind of color, but it's doing weird things over here. Jinx boy, yeah, I jinxed Shane before. Sorry, Shane. Might find some of those in the Green Cities DLC, but they do have grass on the roof, yeah. But using a mod you can remove that. Suddenly you got some 70s houses that were very modern back then. Yeah. The Green City... Oh, do I have... Where did I put Green Cities? I know I've got the... oh, these ones here are Green Cities. Oh no, that's still the commercial, isn't it? I've got the green cities large, the tall buildings over here. But I think you're looking for, oh yeah, here. These are leveled up quite high though. I think JFC is probably thinking of the lower level ones. You know, you searched for music school on Steam yesterday. Only 2 really old ones, pre After Dark, and there are none in game. Yeah, no, there aren't any. I mean, I guess maybe this. What's the? Is it this one? No, that's public library. The creative arts one, you might like. You could. I guess you're having to use your imagination, though. It's not, you know. Technically, you could call that, like, that could be a music school, but then, yeah. Or were you looking for higher education, dummy? Were you looking for, like, university type? Having another attempt with Skylines City, but you think it's going to end up being a new city still. Oh, damn. Otherwise, you're just going to have to go through Skyve and, like, drop, you know, drop one mod per load, which would be relatively painful. Yeah, the lower levels will give you that flat roof, which could look like something with asbestos. Yeah. We're just searching music school, thinking city needs at least one. No go. No music. No, music's not allowed. They do have the, we've got concert, so I've got the fan zone over here, and then the concert itself here, which is a little disappointing because, you know, we can't put anything on the beach in this game. And then we have the music club down here. So they've kind of got the other end of it. They've got the what happens when you do really well at music, but they don't have how you learn music. At least that's how it's here in Denmark. Yeah, I think a lot of the buildings here were more colonial, that have asbestos in them, in Australia anyway, because yeah, they were building kind of colonial buildings and not really thinking about what they were putting in them. And that's why Denmark lacks music. Because of the asbestos. Bring it all back. Right, let's, oh, maybe could we get, no, I think I tried that over the other side, didn't I? I'm sure we put that park down, actually. Did I bring it back up again? Oh no, it's here. Can you place this park more than once? I wouldn't have thought you should be able to, because it's in the unique building section. We might just have to go with a regular park then. Actually, what we could put here, which might make sense, and I might even do like a little road off here. Just a small, let me just check the size. I'm thinking like some, the sports hall or gym, and even like, we could have like a little community area here. The rainbow house view. Like the view from the building that's rainbow. Is that what you mean? Plays marching Viking song. Arrow something from Eurovision. Do you mean like what's the view from here, Tilly? Is that what you mean? High ground. Yeah, let's put a little road in here. The Danish music that Moose was showing on his stream he likes very much. Was that Eurovision? I have to say I've never been able to get into Eurovision. Even though Australia's in it now. Oh, why did that do that to my road? It's kind of annoying. No, you just clicked on the houses that were rainbow. Over here. Oh, Shane, thank you for the hydrate. No, Eurovision way worse. Oh no. Thanks, Shane. Over here, Tilly, was it? Here in Denmark, the music schools are using the regular school buildings and facilities to have their teaching. It's much easier than having their own area or building. Yeah, teaching is happening after the kids have left the school anyway. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Kind of share the facilities. You secretly love Eurovision? Secret's out now. You gotta have exclusive schools for gifted, like Juilliard. Is this where you were talking about, Tilly? I'm very easily confused, so you have to spell things out very very clearly to me. Oh, back at the park. Oh, it was an overlay. In here. Because of the chat delay, it's always really frustrating, like someone trying to explain something to you. I think there's a few dedicated ones in Copenhagen. We have it's also used, oh, these ones here. These are the unique buildings. Family watched it since they were a kid. It's tradition, not secret. I feel like it's better in, like, in Europe. It kind of makes more sense. You know what I mean? No shade though. Like, you know, people like what they like. There's no problem. So it doesn't interrupt with the normal kids' school. Yeah. Here we have so you can do music in school, of course, but then we have NIDA, which is the National Institute something about performing arts, basically. Why are the houses in blue? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so yeah, the houses in blue are the ones that have like a high leisure in that area. So yeah, this is kind of like the leisure thing. So like these ones here have very high leisure, as you can see, like using this entertainment legend. Whereas these buildings over here, because they're a little bit further away from the parks, they end up having less leisure. So for example, over here, where I have this new suburb, I've got a park just here, and a park, where else did I put one? Over here and over here. So you can see those ones that have multiple parks right next to them are this really like bright blue, whereas these ones don't really have much near them. So they're going green and orange the closer they get to the park. And those entertainment facilities, the like more bright blue they'll be. So yeah, you can see generally we're pretty well covered. This Harbour Bridge asset is a little bit OP when it comes to the entertainment value. So, Nightmorphus, welcome in, Nightmorphus. Raiden with a party of 2. Thank you. How you doing? Hope you're having a good one. Hope you had a good stream. What did you get up to? Yeah, welcome in. And I'm a raider from Nightmorphus. I was lurking in Nightmorphus' stream. You got it. The red guys are bored. Yeah, I guess so. Shane, show you the nearest cat. Okay. I will do. Here in Denmark, you have the Suzuki Institute, that is special way for very musically talented kids to be taught. But from what you know, it's in the afternoons or evening when it happens. Yeah, well, NIDA is actually like a higher education. It's not even a like primary school or anything. It's yeah, higher education. So let me close the Nightmorphous tab because that doesn't make any sense anymore. But yeah, welcome in. How was your stream, Nightmorphous? Hope you are going well. Let's Toby was lurking there as well. Good. You spent first couple of hours on the DDs. After that, you just done stuff here and there. Nice. Okay, so Shane redeemed. Show you the nearest cat. So we have here Peggy. She's the one that you might see actually in. She's very sleepy. She's the one that you might see appearing every so often when I tab out by accident and end up pressing the wrong thing. She's my desktop background. She's stinky? What do you mean she's stinky? Oh no, sleepy. She's gonna step on the keyboard now. I've awoken the beast. Sleepy, yeah. She's not happy either. She wants to go. I'll let her go back where she was. Yeah, that's better. Misunderstood. She can be stinky sometimes too. But yeah, this asset has a very, very high entertainment value. A little bit too high. So it kind of doesn't ruin it, but it certainly makes it seem a little bit. Maybe everything seems a little bit better than it is. But yeah, so these guys here, like, and especially because I want this area to level up, I really need to get another park down the end here. So we might be able to like put a marina or something down here. That would make sense. We need cat cam ASAP. The problem is, they're always generally in different directions, like different directions, different areas. So like having a cat cam in one place probably wouldn't work. So yeah, a cat cam would be a good idea if I could figure out how to make it work. But yeah, the redeem's there in the short term, I suppose. What breed is she? Long hair from Persian cat? Yeah, I mean what we would call here just a domestic short hair. Domestic medium hair, I suppose. So I don't know, because she's from the street, right? We rescued her from the street. So I don't really know what her history is. She was very sick when we took her in though. There's a high school in Copenhagen that is also minded towards music, mostly classical, and then of course there are preparation educations for the Royal Danish Academy of Music, and there is both one for classical music but also rhythmic music. Cool. And the Royal Danish Academy of Music is actually considered one of the best in the world. I think I've actually even heard of it before. I don't know if I'm imagining that or not, but I feel like it's something that I've heard of before. Lots of people are coming to Denmark to study at the academy. Yeah, awesome. GoPros for all. Yeah, I'd have 9 cameras throughout the house. Have domestic long hairs. Yeah, I mean she's got. It's hard to see because you're only kind of seeing her like face. She's got a very fluffy kind of face, and then her tail is extremely fluffy, and then kind of parts of her body are fluffy, but her other parts of her body, especially like around her neck and areas like that, are actually kind of almost short hair. So that's why I kind of call her a medium hair. But I don't know, it's kind of like a little bit subjective, right? Like there's no law that says, you know, if they have fur that is, you know, 4 inches long, then they're a medium hair, and when it's 8 inches, that means that they're a long hair. So you kind of just, yeah, it's kind of very subjective. But yeah, she's not like a breed, you know, proper breed of any sort. You have questions for me as a cat expert. What are your my experiences with getting a new member to the existing pack? So the biggest factor in introducing a new cat to an existing cat is time. So first of all, and the thing to actually, maybe I didn't phrase that quite right. Maybe the biggest thing is to remember that cats don't like change, and that doesn't matter what type of change it is, whether it's the environment has changed, whether there's a new person in the house, whether there's new cats or new pets coming into the house. Anything like that is considered change for the cat, and they're not going to like it. So when you couple that with the time, that's the key to making things work. So basically making sure that all the cats, and no matter whether they're existing or coming into the house, getting used to that change slowly. That's the most important thing. Got to go out for lunch. We'll be back later. Happy building. Thanks, Scotty. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate those gifted subs too. I don't know how much longer we're going to be going. I do have tomorrow off, so I can... What are we, 3 hours in now? We might be a little later than normal, but yeah, we may not be here when you get back. But yeah, thanks for popping in. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, again, I really appreciate you gifting those subs as well. Like you, Tilly, you don't like change either. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't. But yeah, honestly, if you make sure that both the existing cats, however many there might be, as well as the cat that's coming in, just get used to everything nice and slowly. That's kind of the key to it. The cat was upset for a week after you positioning the furniture in a different way. It was nothing added. What was there? What was not there before? Yeah, 100%. And that's like perfect example, right? Like we do things like that we don't think much of. And like, while Tilly's saying that she doesn't like change, like if she moved a piece of her own furniture, she wouldn't really think twice about it, right? But for a cat, that's like, oh my god, what are you doing to my life? You've ruined my life forever. So they really don't adjust to change very well. And yeah, like I say, that change can be anything from a piece of furniture moving all the way up to a new cat coming into the home environment. So yeah, if you keep that in mind, that's the thing. The problem is with cats, and in particular, is like you can do everything perfectly when you're introducing cats to each other, and for whatever reason the cat just doesn't like the other cat. So if that happens, then there's not a lot you can do really, because they do have their back. Are we back? I think we're back. Yeah, it's that. I think it's that same encoding error that I had, that I thought I had fixed. Every time I think I've fixed it, it comes back. So yeah, Tilly, you were asking if there's any advice for getting used to your new fridge. Well, again, I would just take things very slowly. Don't let the fridge get the better of you. Your cat is just new home. Everything here now is mine. Yeah, that can be quite common. They do like to go and claim everything. So yeah, it's not muted. It's a issue with the mic or something like that. Yeah, it's an encoding error with OBS, and I keep thinking that I've got it sorted, but I don't. I'm not sure, but one of the things is that I probably need to clear out the hard drive a little bit more. It's only got like 11 gigabytes of space left in it, and I think that can be one of the factors, but yeah, I've multiple times thought that I've fixed it, but then it keeps coming back. Frustrating. If anyone knows anything about encoding errors, let me know. A lot of the time what it tells me though is, like, when I Google it, it's like, oh, you just need to lower the quality of this, that and the other, and it's like, I kind of want to figure out how I can do it without compromising the quality of the output. But yeah, maybe that's not possible. I don't know. Alright, I think these beaches are making a lot more sense now. Oh. Every streamer you have ever watched has had a unique and annoying issues with OBS. Yeah, it has its moments. I mean, I haven't used Streamlabs OBS, but for the most part, OBS seems really, really quite good. And I don't know if this is necessarily OBS's fault either. It's probably more my fault than anything else. My lack of understanding about what I'm actually doing. You're beginning to think that OBS is the problem. But yeah, who knows? Let's go with that for now. We'll just go with that. The flickering, I was having flickering on the main part of OBS before. That seems to have dissipated a little bit. So I don't know if the flickering is part of it. Maybe that's like... Yeah, I'm not too sure, but the microphone thing is really annoying because like I said, I multiple times thought I fixed it. I went like 4 or 5 streams at one point where it was all fine, and then all of a sudden it just came back. And now it's like maybe every second stream it's doing it. Maybe these roads are too close, actually. No, again, I feel like this area would be pretty highly sought after, right? I think they would be more than likely zoning this out pretty well. Being gaslit by OBS, abusive relationship, yeah, divorce. I guess the problem is that there just aren't that many fish in the sea when it comes to these types of things. I'm kind of I'm stuck in the abusive relationship. And the thing is, I'm always so nice to OBS as well. Like when it wants to update, I let it update. And you know, I make sure that it looks good. I have everything laid out really nicely and all of that. And then OBS just treats me so badly. I don't like this. I might just do that, I think. Even that has done something weird, hasn't it? Yeah, maybe one day OBS will learn to appreciate me. I think that's better. Okay, well, we can expand this out. Get some more American eclectic in here. Oh. Don't make yourself hopes that won't come true with OBS. Rough. OBS does what OBS wants to do. It's quite a big neighborhood now. Okay, so we've got that drawn in. I might, this is a weird shape, so I might put a little kind of park in here. Oop. Yeah. Let's put like a couple of entrances. Not in park area, of course. Yeah, we will have houses along the water here, I think. Because again, I don't think they would miss that type of opportunity. Yeah, I think we'll go there and just we'll have a third there. And I wonder as well, actually, with this that bus network that I put in, whether we should. I think it would just make sense to expand that out. It actually ended up being quite a small route. Petrol station. I think I do have a couple of petrol stations downloaded, actually. Oh, that's petroleum. It's probably gas station, isn't it? Oh. Gas. Nope. Gads. Oh. I'm pretty sure I had one. Shell? No. BP? No. Maybe I unsubscribed from that. I did do a bit of a asset clear. And in case it wasn't clear, Tilly, there are no petrol stations in the vanilla game. I think there's like a couple of growable ones that are like really dinky, but there's not really any proper like petrol stations. Yeah, I think I might have removed them. So yeah, unfortunately, if I do... Actually, no, if we go in here... No, I do want to be in Find It, don't I? Because we can do growable, low density. I don't think I've ever heard the words petrol station in the US. No, it's definitely not a United States phrase. They don't need them? Not really, no. They don't... Here it is here. They don't... Apparently they're all electrical vehicles. Electric vehicles. Yeah, they don't actually need them. Although, it seems that in City Skylines 2, they might need them. We can put one here. Is that where... Or are you thinking by the highway, Tilly? Oh, I got distracted with this as well, didn't I? Wanted to put this in place. We could put one here. I think this is the only one. I don't know if there's a larger one or not. Always gas station, yeah. That's definitely the way I've always heard them referred to in the US whenever they're spoken about. I don't know, I presume that's like a... What do they call them in like England? Because obviously we Australians would have got... I'll put it there. We can always move that. This road got all janky when I added that other one in, didn't it? Yeah, I don't know what they're called in England, because that is probably where we've got it from. But yeah, I certainly am aware that they're called gas stations in the US. Look at this tiny thing. It's like, yeah. I don't know, I guess you just pay at the pump, do you? Seems a little bit strange. But yeah, I believe, looking at what's happening in a lot of the trailer stuff that we're seeing in City Skylines 2, it looks like they're going to be in City Skylines 2, and they'll actually like be a requirement for them as well. Not just like they'll just be an asset, but it seems like they're going to be part of the mechanics. Nice. So we got like a little community area where they have. I guess we could move it here, couldn't we? I just have to. Might make more sense to be over here. Pop it at the end there. Yeah, little community area where they can come and swim, go and play some sports. We'll put some paths through here. And why don't we go up here as well? Queen, how you going? Gonna head out. Take care and all the best. No worries. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you were enjoying the stream. I was just trying to check what Nightmorphous was saying they were doing. Oh, you were doing the Diverging Diamonds. That's right. Stuff here and there. Awesome. But yeah, catch you later, Queen. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, thanks for popping in. We'll see you next time. It'll be a day stream tomorrow, so it'll be 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Time tomorrow. Everything in the US means something different in Australian. It does. Like this wouldn't be called a gymnasium necessarily. This would just be called like a. I don't even know. Like it'd be multi-use for a start, so you'd have like functions in there and stuff like that. You wouldn't necessarily only use it for sports. You feeling really drained in earnest? Just going to head off to bed. Wish you all the best. Oh, I hope you're feeling better, Queen. It's tough when you feel like that. But yeah, hope you have a good sleep and that way you wake up nice and refreshed. But yeah, enjoy your sleep if you can. Yeah, I think another path here would make sense too. Want this area to be pretty well connected. Yes, nice. Okay. Yes, exactly. Toby's right. Tomorrow's a new day. And hopefully things will be different for you at that point. Just the support for everyone else. When you need someone to support me, there isn't anyone around. You need your life to change. It's on its way. Wish it could come faster. Oh, well, yeah. Always welcome here if you need somewhere to hang out and just chill out. But yeah, certainly hope you're feeling better when you wake up. It's hard coming out of the fog sometimes. Certainly something that I've learned. But there is a way to get out of it. Just have to persist a little bit and as best as you can try and kind of keep your head up, as hard as that is sometimes. Okay, tennis court there. Yeah. I don't know if it helps much, but I often think that, you know, knowing that other people also have, you know, feel down sometimes, that kind of helps me to make me think, well, it's not just me, you know. And if other people have managed to pull themselves up, then I can too. So I know each thing is different for each person, but that generally helps me just to know that even if I like feel like I'm going through something by myself, at least I know that there are other people who've got through what I am trying to get through, and they've done it, so I can do it too. That's often the way I think about things like that. Putting pressure on it doesn't help to make it come faster. 100% Toby. You gotta take the time that you need to take to fix things. That's important. And as frustrating as that is at the time, if you do take the time to do that, then ultimately you come out better on the other side. That's also a very good question, Toby, because that's very important that you do seek that help. Because it's all good and well me sprouting off my opinions, but I'm no professional. There's people out there who study for years doing that type of stuff. Appreciate sentiment. Everyone's walk of life is unique, even though we equally walk this earth. Our journey is individual, 100%. I think often, Queen, we and it's what we were what you kind of just alluded to then. That people have their own experiences, so that's kind of, I think, what Toby was getting at. Probably in his experience, that's helped him. So I think that's all he was saying. But yeah, we are all unique, so each person is going to have their own take on what's helped them, and yeah, that's all good. That's how things are. That's how the world is. That's how people are. So, but yeah, hopefully we can figure out our way. Trying to tree this suburb out a little bit. Definitely need like a thick tree line back here. Oh, that was the park area, wasn't it? In Serbia, called the benzine pump, petrol gas station. Different all over the place, huh? I think I'm probably butchering that. Benjinka pump, is that how I say it? Trying to figure out. I put trees quite heavily in there, so I guess it makes sense. Nearly. I'm surprised I got nearly, to be honest. Yeah, that's fair enough, Queen. And I don't think anyone would have expected you to explain yourself. And yeah, I think if you are happy with the direction that you're going in, which it seems like you are, that's really positive. So yeah, as you said before, people have their own way of dealing with it. Everyone's individual, so yeah. I certainly don't think Toby was trying to push you in one direction or the other. I think he was just trying to think of ways that might help. But yeah, I completely respect where you're coming from as well. Queen. I think if you've found what works for you, then just run with it. And that's the most important thing, right? Like go with what works for you, and that's the most important thing. Yeah. We'll see you next time. Thanks for popping in again. I don't know why that's not... Oh, probably because I was in the wrong tool. There we go. Yeah, again, I hope you enjoy your sleep, Queen, and we'll catch you next time. Which music track? Yeah, it's one of the Twitch add-on things. Let me just it's the Soundscape, I think, or Soundstripe music add-on, which you can just get through the extensions on Twitch. And this particular one is the ambient soundscapes. It's really cool, isn't it? I like because it's kind of, it's not too in your face, it's just kind of in the background, but some of the tunes are quite cool. Yeah, I think if you go to the extension section in the back end of Twitch and search for Soundstripe. In fact, it's in my about section. There's like a little box of it that tells you what the song is as it's playing. So you can, if you forget the name of it, it's also down there in my about section. Do we need... I don't think we need a fourth entrance here. If you wanted the actual name of that song, it's Still Waters by Greater Still. Right, what do we want here? Probably a cafe and a restroom as a standard. Hopefully that will pop the electricity through. Yes, it will. Fantastic. I don't think this is gonna probably ever really level up. I'll put the price right down. Yeah. And then, yeah, just like a couple of gazebos, I suppose. I guess the foliage here will change. We'll put houses in there, but people can still like hang out in the park. All right. And we might just fence off, I suppose. Nothing too serious though, just like a, yeah, pretty low fence grid, and everything turned off. Go with that, I suppose. Decent enough. Alright. And I'll probably just like do a bit of, I don't think we'll do a huge amount of detail in here, just like a few trees. And I might just move that, yeah, over. It's like a little community park, nothing too crazy. And in fact, I won't even use the tree brush. I think we'll just use plop a couple of like individual trees. Oop. Yeah, nice. Nice big one in the corner. Kind of leave it relatively open so that people can kick a footy around or what have you. Maybe not in front of the cafe, actually. Just put, yeah, like in between the buildings. Nice. Alright, I mean, we might do a bit more of that later, but for now, I think that'll probably do us. What are we doing? 345? So yeah, it'll level up at least once. I think it's like 500 or something is the next one. Oh, is that... it's an office. Yeah, I zoned a couple of offices there. I don't know about that. I'll have to have to sit on that and see if I like that there. It might not really fit. Even this is kind of borderline. Yeah, I'll think about that. But I think we are going to have to end because it is getting quite late here. So we'll finish up. But like I said, we will be back tomorrow for a day stream. So yeah, that will be good. We'll probably start with some Minecraft and then maybe swap over to some Timberborn tomorrow, because I think a lot of people have missed the beavers. So yeah, want to try and get back into some of that. Shane, you got to go sort stuff out. Bye and enjoy the rest of the stream. No worries. Well, like I said, we're finishing up anyway, so all good. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you popping in. Hope you have a good one. Thanks for the stream. See you soon. Yeah, thanks Toby. Thanks for being here. Appreciate really appreciate that. Appreciate you popping in and hanging out. Just having a look at who to raid. Yeah, I don't usually finish this late, so it's a little different kind of things going on. Let me see if we don't mind going to a bit of Minecraft. We might go and say hi to Peter. I did raid him the other day though, relatively recently. I see that Tourist is back, which is good to see. We could raid him. I'm just not familiar with any of the folks playing City Skylines at the moment. Yeah. So in that case, we'll probably just go and say hi to. We'll go to Tourist because I haven't seen him for ages. Who's that? Sorry. Toady ZZZ is also a great streamer. Okay. Second Toady. Okay, cool. She's on Minecraft, but also playing a lot of cities. All right. Fear Rider, welcome in. You've come at a slightly inopportune time as we're just about to finish up, but I hope you're having a good one. Yeah, welcome in. We won't be back tomorrow with City Skylines, but we'll be back on Thursday at a slightly earlier time than tonight. So we usually start at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. But yeah, so we'll be back on Thursday at that time with probably cities again, I'd say. But also tomorrow at 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Time for a bit of Minecraft. But probably. And yeah, welcome in. This is our city though, just as where sun is setting. This is Cooper County. And it's it's going along pretty well. We're still losing money. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll let it run perhaps a little after stream, although I'm about to go to bed, so there might not be time. But yeah, I'll just see if that money kind of changes at all, and we'll go from there. So Toady ZZZ. Damir, thank you again. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. But yeah, thanks everyone for popping in. As I say, I do appreciate everyone coming in. It was a good one. It's actually sub raid, I think. Toby sub raid, and then I should change that because everyone does try that and it doesn't work. So I'll change that one, and then non-sub raid for anyone who's not subbed. But yeah, I appreciate everyone popping in, as I say, hanging out. It was a good one, slightly longer than normal, but yeah. I also appreciate Scotty. Thank you for all of the gift subs. I appreciate you. And Dream, thank you for the follow. I don't know if you're still here or not, but thank you. I appreciate that too. Thanks Toby, thanks Darba for coming in. Damir, thank you. Fear Rider, thanks. Queen, you've probably taken off. Shane, you've probably taken off. Seems like Tilly's fallen asleep, which is fine. It's quite late. But yeah, I appreciate everyone for popping in. And I'll hope to see you all next time. And take it easy. I'll catch you all later.